I'm back and I'm here to continue the Sunday tantrums with Rich and Joy. Let's get into it.
Doesn't make them a good person. Just so you know, what makes them a good person is the shit that Joy does, the shit that Joy fights for, the shit that Joy stands up for. She's one of the most solid people I've ever met in my entire life. And if you need someone on your side, she's the one you want. I mean, you see that she is a protector. She's not like other people that kind of sit back and let other people do stuff. No, she's not passive. She is the protector. She takes care of things. So that's what we love about Joy. That's why this household has been safe. That's why I've been safe. That's why I lost the weight I lost. And so, did she leave? Did she go shopping? Did she say she was leaving, or are we all going together? Yeah. That's when your life got real bad, brother. When did my life get real bad? My life is great right now. I've never been happier. It's so funny. It's like, this is how sick I know some of you moms are. Because a lot of you, I know your moms because I know who you are personally. And you write on my stuff, and you're mean, by the way. You're mean moms. you're like, it's like, I had mean moms when I was a kid. When I was little, I had mean moms too. But I also had like the other moms were like, I just know mean moms, whatever. But the stuff you guys write on there, what I'm saying is that you guys said that Heidi was a better girlfriend for me when Heidi literally stole $1,500 from Gloria. You said that I looked better when I was heavier back.
I have a theory on that Heidi story. I think that Heidi didn't steal the money from Gloria because I think it was in the transition from Heidi to Joy. But sometimes I think probably Joy stole the money, or probably Rich in the end stole the money from Gloria, and then he just blamed it on Heidi. It sounds like a very Rich thing to do.
Before Joy, or like not before Joy, but whatever, when I was heavier, back when I was drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, and I was suicidal. So my point is that you guys have a vision of health that it's like the mirror image. You got it backwards. You're living in bizarro world. You saw me when I was at my worst, and you said that's when I look my best. You see Heidi, you say she looks so much better than Joy. She'd be a better wife. She was the worst person I dated. She literally
was worse than Gloria almost.
She stole $1,500 from Gloria out of her checking account. She went into the bank, said that she was representing Gloria, took $1,500. I thought there'd be money there because we were paying bills like we're doing here. There's $400 in there. I saw that Heidi took it. Heidi, did you take the 50? Oh yeah, I needed it. Heidi, we need it. Why are you being so nasty to me? She says.
Also, that she put you in rehab just so she could go through all your shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Why did you be so nasty to me? And
What, Joy? Heidi put Rich into rehab? Why doesn't Rich want to go into that story? I think that would be a very interesting story, Rich.
I'm like, well, because you stole $1,500 from my mother. Oh my God, well, it's just money, Richard. Well, we need that money right now because we have stuff we have to pay. In fact, it's for the business. We have to ship some stuff for the business that we have, and that $1,500 was for the shipping and for some of the product. We need that. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I spent it already. Tell you what, Richard, I'll pay you guys back. I promise, every month. Okay, how much can you pay? I'll pay you $25 a month as soon as I get the job at Sprint. Remember Sprint? That was her big ticket, it was Sprint. So, yeah, we never saw $25 of that. But that's who you guys thought would be better than Joy. Meanwhile, Joy has been giving Gloria $600 a month. Not taking it, giving her $600 a month, like way before we even got here. So, like the cars, this place, everything, Joy is paying for. Think about it. You guys say, oh, that's Gloria's car, that's Gloria's car. Gloria's on Social Security, guys. How would Gloria buy a Mercedes on Social Security? And how would she maintain it? It doesn't even make financial sense what you guys are saying when you say, oh, that's Gloria's car. That's Gloria.
Oh, really? That's my fucking car, you guys.
Not that car. I'm talking about all the cars. You're late to the conversation here. They've been saying this they always say that. It's like, oh, those are Gloria's cars. But think about it. How could she have ever afforded to do that unless Joy was giving her money or giving her the cars, which she gave her the first Mercedes, what we did, because we went to Panama. We didn't need a car in Panama. And when we got back, Joy bought a Jaguar. We didn't need it. We didn't need a 20-year-old Mercedes, or at the time it was 10 years old, 10-year-old Mercedes when we had a 5-year-old Jaguar. So we drove the Jaguar and Gloria kept the Mercedes. But over the years, Gloria didn't really maintain it because she's on Social Security, but still, we were sending her $600 a month. So just do the math. Just think about it. You guys know what Social Security is. What's that, man?
I was just gonna say.
So I was thinking about other retired people and older people, and when Gloria's husband died, what happened to that money, Rich? Wouldn't Gloria have money left over from that? Especially all the houses she sold and all that stuff. Oh, you sold the house, so you got the money too? So you just bought all these houses. Where's your dad's money, Rich? Where's your dad's money?
You need the microphone though.
So, for all you hateful bitches, if you haven't realized, I make a shit ton of money. I make a shit ton of money. Me, with my body, because I'm that hot. And that's why you guys hate me, because you can't even get one man. And I get tons of men to pay my bills. And my whole family bills. And Gloria's bills. And I've actually bought, since we've been together, since I've been doing this job, I bought Infiniti Q45, another Infiniti Q45, a Jaguar XF, a Kia Soul, and now a Mercedes ML350.
I bought the other Mercedes.
Richard bought the first Mercedes. So I bought all those doing this job. So yeah, we've actually had, how many cars that we had? We had 2 Infiniti Q45s, a Jaguar, a Kia Soul, that one was just a little, and then now. So we bought 5 cars with me. With this job, me working, I bought 5 cars doing this job. And I paid for us to live in New York for a year, to live in Panama for a year, to live in Panama for 2 months, and to live in Vegas for the rest of those years, and to do whatever the fuck we wanted for 12 years, till now that we live here. Now we pay Gloria's bills. So I make a lot of money. So when you guys make things like that, we're taking Gloria's 2,000 Social Security, I can make that in one night.
Ouch.
That she gets once a month. It's a fucking joke. And what we make
Videos, Joy, and I remember you guys being homeless a lot in New York too. So maybe you weren't making very good money.
on YouTube is less than Gloria's Social Security. That's a fucking joke too. I make way more than any of you guys and any of your lawyers or doctors make. But we thought it'd be cool to do this YouTube thing because then we could spend more time with Annette and I wouldn't have to work. But you know what? It didn't work out. And now I'm back to work, which I'm way happier than spending time with you assholes all day, to be honest. We actually are becoming less and less. Not all of y'all, but there's too many that are, that it honestly, unfortunately, weighs out the good people, the bad way out the good. So it just makes us not want to come on here. But this insinuation that Gloria bought anything, Gloria doesn't buy anything because all she does is gamble if she has any money. So she has never bought anything. Anything she's ever had, we bought for her and gave to her. Like the Porsche and her Mercedes that she had, and this house. Richard is the one that put the down payment on this house. And then Gloria never paid the mortgage, so it's upside down now. But without Richard, she would, yeah, and when we showed up from Panama, I got a lawyer for 2 years at $600 a month, paying associates to save this house. And they got it down to $1,300. The only reason why she still has it, because if we didn't get the lawyer for 2 years, they would have foreclosed back when. But they saved it because they got the lawyers and it delayed it so long, and then COVID happened, so she got in this weird thing where they didn't evict her all the time, so she got to stay. But if I had not got the lawyer, she would have been out years ago. So we saved the house even back then. And we were giving her $1,200 a month. Cash, Gloria. And she was saving it for a minute. She said she had 20,000 saved for a second, and then all of a sudden that was gone. Which I don't even know if she ever had that. She just lied to us. But
Yellow 111, who by the way it just tipped you $2.79. But she's also a hater, so I'm confused a little bit.
Whatever. But here's the deal, you guys. We enjoy YouTube, but it's not going to pay us. And the idea that like we're taking advantage of Gloria and Annette is just getting old because me and Richard make more in a weekend than Gloria and Annette pull in a month.
Yeah.
So it's just stupid.
Can you explain though that you weren't born like this? Like you had to work.
Oh, I was born super poor. I lived, you know what? Listen to this. We lived in low-income apartments that were based.
Same story, different day. But what I'm thinking about right now is the way Rich just put that idea into Joy's head of what to talk about. He knows she's not doing well. Like she is overworked, overused, going crazy, probably smoking too much crack. And he's just like, yeah, keep going, feed the fire. And I don't even think they want to be doing YouTube at this point. But since Joy's off the rails, Rich is going to put a camera on her.
Based on how much she made a month, they charged my mom $98 for rent. That's how little she made. She made less than $1,000 a month. And that's what we lived off, me and my sister. And
you were happy?
And we were happy. We were fine. We lived, and she, we cleaned the school for me to go to a private school because my mom wanted me to go to a private school. She didn't want me to go to public school even though she didn't have money. She found different ways to get me to go to the school, so we cleaned it. So I did all of the hard stuff. You guys go, oh, you just took the easy route. No, actually I didn't. I was a janitor my entire life. And then I realized, why am I being a janitor when I'm a hot girl? I don't have to be a janitor. I don't have to clean up people's trash. I'd rather do what I do. So, and honestly, I thought YouTube was going to be more fun. But
You don't want to clean up people's trash. You just want to act like trash. Not because you sleep with people, just your overall personality is trash, Joy.
YouTube is way worse. You guys, the abuse I get from you guys is so much worse.
Misogyny?
Oh, the misogyny from these women? Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm going back to work. Fuck this noise. I told Rich, I was like, we gotta go back to work. I want nothing to do with this YouTube thing anymore. So we come on occasionally, but really, that's why I don't care. I'll call you guys cunts. And Rich is like, don't say that. I'm like, I don't care. Because you guys are not like benefiting our family in any way anymore. So I don't care. Even if we lose this channel, it doesn't even matter at this point. No, I mean, we don't want to, but it wouldn't matter. Does that make sense? Like, we wouldn't want to, but it really wouldn't matter. That's how little this channel is affecting our life anymore. And that's kind of sad because we really thought it'd be cool, but you guys just destroyed it. So now we're just like, fuck it. We don't even care.
Well, yeah, you know.
We'll still post, we'll still come on, but it's like you guys are just like, you did what you want, you sabotaged the channel, but guess what? You guys are the ones, we have a cool life without this channel.
Okay.
You guys are the ones that are bored without
One
this
second
channel.
here. I want to say something. What this is about is you guys called animal control on that bunny.
Yep.
So
Again.
she is so three times.
Third time.
And so she is so mad at everybody on YouTube, including YouTube, just because it's so. So don't,
getting old.
So don't. No. What I'm saying is, listen. She's venting. Don't take it personally. Try to understand where she's coming from. She loves that bunny more than anything. And our biggest concern was if we got that bunny neutered at 4 months, things we were reading online is that bunny might not survive.
Yeah, did you know this? Guess what, you guys? This is why, no,
so we didn't want it to die.
No, listen.
Wait till 6 months.
No, listen. I read on Las Vegas has a rule. You have to have a bunny neutered in 4 months. If you neuter a bunny in 4 months, they can potentially get cancer. Like they're more risk for cancer. You're supposed to wait 6 months. So by law, I was supposed to get him neutered at 4 months, which could have risked him for cancer. They say do not neuter a bunny until 6 months. 4 months is way too young.
You're worried about the risk of the rabbit. And so am I. That would be sad if that happened. But what about the risks in prostitution? You take that risk all the time. And you're glamorizing it. You are glamorizing prostitution when you don't tell any of the bad stories, any of the hard nights. Tell those truths instead of being worried about the risk of what Las Vegas thinks for the rabbit. Worry about other people too.
And so I'm waiting, and they now said I'd have till November 30th. But that's bullshit that their law is something that could have hurt my bunny.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people were.
So I'm really upset about that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I hesitated.
That's where this. You guys, she's just venting. She's a little mad at everyone on YouTube at the moment because of what happened with the with animal services the other day. So now
they said 4 months.
She's gonna do her bunny thing. So
4 months he could get cancer, testicular cancer. He's too young.
in 4 months, he could get testicular cancer.
Because it's too young. He's
too
more
young
likely
for him to do the bunny.
To neuter the bunny. They say you gotta wait 6 months.
So you have to wait 6 months.
Or longer. Even.
Or longer sometimes.
I mean, they say don't be doing 4 months are too young.
4 months is way too young, they said.
Their balls haven't even dropped fully, they said.
Yeah, so it's not quite ready.
So it's just like it's not right that by law they wanted me to neuter him before he could have got hurt.
Yeah.
And so I was waiting, but also it's a money thing, and no place does it. But so there's like 3 reasons, and I'm like, well, now they give us to November 30th, so he'll be 6 months. So that's good. Yeah, it'll be good. And this is my baby. This is my own baby. I don't have children, and so when you guys call, be like me calling Child Protective Services on your kids all the time if you're not abusing them.
Yeah, it'd be
it's
pretty
really
bad.
annoying. Every day having them come. If you're abusing your kid, be one thing, but if you're not, it really sucks, and that's what's happening. You already don't abuse this bunny.
Look how relaxed he is. Look at his legs. The legs down there. That tells you he's really relaxed. If you look at
Look, I can stop. If you think I'm holding him down in any way, no. He just doesn't like me to stop petting him. So it's like he opens eyes, like, excuse me, why'd the petting stop?
So this guy right here, he's a friendly bunny.
Because he has never been abused in any way. If bunnies are timid already.
He's spoiled.
So if
wait, that's a good minute. I gotta talk to you.
I know you're yelling.
Come on, we gotta see that. She wants to talk to you guys. I can tell.
Here,
Come on. Bring the light.
She's feeling good.
Come on, guys. Let's go talk to Annette. Annette!
So Annette's coming up, so we're gonna probably do a big time shift unless I see anything that is needed to talk about. But I really don't want to show much of Annette. That's not fair to her. That's not fair at all. All right.
Tripod. The tripod of this light is ridiculous. Like it's way too big. We're gonna go to the store. Oh, sorry, no, it's a new question.
We plug you guys in so you don't run out of juice.
In touch. I hate that. We can't leave them when we go to the store. It's dangerous. Hey, baby.
Okay, looks like we're gonna do a little grocery shopping. How's that sound? That sound okay with you guys?
Oh, guys, wait, guys.
What happened now?
So Casper is really good at communicating with me. He's really smart bunny. He's really bad right now because I don't have the green tops for the carrot tops, so we gotta go get.
Okay, Joy's talking about that Casper's upset because she doesn't have any carrot tops. I don't know how anyone else feels, but is that not the strangest thing you've ever heard? Like, to withhold something from an animal like that? That's so strange to me. But if there's benefits to it and I'm wrong, I admit that I'd be wrong, but sounds weird to me.
And so I put him in his hutch because we gotta go to the store. And there's like a tiny bit of the greens in there. And he's like, he thought I was gonna put in the greens. He doesn't understand that I have to go get it. So he gets really upset when he's like, wait, are you not understanding what I want? So he's got like this tiny little bit of greens and he's like, he keeps going to it and he's like, kind of like trying to show me like he's really smart. I'm like, I understand, Casper. I just don't know. He's like, no, but do you realize I want that green stuff? Like, what's going on here? Like, he keeps trying to like communicate with me because he's really smart. And I'm like, no, I understand, baby. I know. Because he's like, look, this is what I want. This green stuff. See what? He's got like a tiny bit of it. And he's like, come on, give me that. And no, he went for a carrot now. But at first he was like, what's going on here? And he doesn't understand how to go to the store. So he'll be really happy when I get home. He's like, oh, thank you. You finally understand me. Right? Because he actually is really good at like kind of expressing what he wants or doesn't want. Like, he's a pretty smart creature in the sense of like,
Okay.
I'm really able to kind of like figure out what he wants all the time. He's very communicative.
And the live stream can go?
In his own little way.
Chicago?
I know he wants his greens right now. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Good news, guys.
He like showed me like 3
Chicago.
times. He's like, he went to the green with, he's like, with his nose. I'm like,
Joy, the real modern day Snow White, but instead of being asleep from the poison apple, she sleeps with everybody.
Casper, I'm having right now. Go in the store. He's like, but excuse me, this is what I want. I don't damn carrots. He likes the top of the carrots. That's what we're talking about. He don't really like carrots. He likes the top of the carrots, which is way better for him. It's less sugar than the carrots. So I'm all on board with that. I just ran out. So that's what we're going to the store. I buy beef and carrot tops. I wish I just buy the tops. I'm like, I don't want the carrots. He doesn't like the carrots that come with the carrot tops. He wants nothing to do with those carrots. They're too big. They're hard. He don't like them. He likes the softer, like rainbow baby carrots. They're very picky about it. He has nothing to do with the big ass carrots. Half the time the carrots are kind of weird on there. But the green. So I have to buy all the carrots and then I usually give them to Gloria to make for dinner. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I've had to throw some. I'm like, there's all these carrots. And no one wants it. Not even the backyard buddies would want those carrots, but I don't feed them anymore now because they said don't feed the backyard buddies. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get in trouble. So we're no longer feeding the backyard buddies. But even when I was, they didn't want those ones either. That's funny. They're very picky. They literally do not want those. They're kind of often like they turn quick, they get soft. They're weird. First they're really hard, and then they get like soft. But the rainbow carrots are much better. But no, we'll save money on buying some rainbow carrots. Although I still buy them for Casper. But he likes them a little bit. I don't feed him nearly as much as I feed the backyard bunnies. So we won't do that anymore. They'll be all right. They eat. We're not the only ones that feed them, so they'll find food other places. A lot of people feed them in this neighborhood, but I don't want to be the one getting in trouble, so it's fine. Yeah, that's all they do. Our neighbors feed them too, so they'll be fine. They'll be all right. But I do gotta get some and then carrots with the tops this morning for Cassie. It's a beef for everybody. Okay, I need to change. These shorts. Store and put that some. Getting chilly. Okay. You guys watch Casper for a second? Are you ready? He's snacking on his other food. He is. Oh, he's eating some of his hay. That's good. You guys see him. Check out some of the loader. He's eating a little bit of his hay. Okay, let me get changed. See, he wants his greens. Go for the hay. That's good. You guys eating some hay. Where's my carrot top greens? I'll settle for this hay, I guess. Funny bunny. Funny bunny. I have 2 pairs of these sandals. I'm going to show you guys. One is devoured by Casper. We're going to go grocery shopping. Oh my god!
What, Annette? Everything good?
Okay. I have 2 pairs of shoes. Thanks to gas station. I have these Rocket Dog. Because look at these ones I wear in public. Sometimes I forget, and it's really embarrassing. Because then I'm walking around with these things on. Look at what he has done to these. Look at Casper's handiwork, like all the way around. He's like all the way around the whole shoe. He's priding himself and getting every edge. So if I go in the store, I look like I have a weird obsession with chewing on my shoes or something. That girl likes to chew on her shoes. That's weird.
It's ridiculous.
So I switch them out. And sometimes I forget. It's really embarrassing actually, because it's like I get compliments in the nice ones.
Yeah.
The other ones are like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Oh yeah. They can't stop talking. They can't stop. Like just. Like,
that's about me.
Sorry. Yeah. They're just. This woman Shal. She comes in every day. She's younger, like half my age. And she brags about like I have so much more success than you have. Blah 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 blah. And now.
What do you determine success?
But she uses money because that's all she ever talks about. But now she's so obsessed that she can't stop talking about you.
Oh, I know, because I'm actually more successful. She thinks it's money. Well, I have both. I have money, looks, brains, and I'm a badass.
Hey, what about me?
He is too.
Okay, good.
But now we're talking about me. They're hating on me today. You didn't tell everyone off.
They're pretty much always hating on you.
Yeah, and more on me than on you. That's fine. I'll take the brunt of it.
You're pretty much used to it.
We got to return. Do we want to do this? We got to return something.
Yeah, might as well.
Do that today? I could use. Is that something? Was that credit or is that coming back to the account to Amazon? Because I need.
That's going to credit.
Oh shoot. Because I
change it then.
Oh no, but I mean, did we buy it or did we put it on credit?
Oh, I paid for it.
So I can put it back to Amazon account?
I think so, yeah.
Because I would like
to.
Go
back to Amazon.
I need to buy.
I just told you to go back to Amazon.
Oh, it is. Okay, good. I thought you meant credit.
No, I said Amazon.
Okay, good. Because I need to buy bunny food today.
Okay, get Amazon. Get Amazon bunny food.
I'll ever get on Amazon.
Hey.
Oh wait, you ordered me something though, so you have to do it. I can't go in there.
Oh, I'll
We'll
do
it
it.
later. Richard ordered me something on credit. He's so sweet. He got me 2 gifts. He got me. So on Amazon Prime Day, Richard got
Okay, that was pretty much boring, but my thing is like Joy's on one obviously. And I'm wondering like is she being honest with Rich like how she's feeling? Probably not cuz she wouldn't want to make him upset maybe or something. She's not doing well. She needs to take a couple naps.
it was super cheap on credit because we had paid off the credit. So we used a firm. We paid off. He bought me some stuff for my birthday and our 10-year wedding anniversary on credit in March. And then so we paid that stuff off already. And so then we had a little credit because you only get X amount of credit there. And so he bought a couple things on Prime Day. So he got me these, which what we did is I have these blue ones and these ones. The two of these on Prime Day were cheaper than what it cost for these before Prime Day. So we returned the other ones and got the Prime ones. Yeah, so we got both these for less than we paid for these. So that was a wash. That was great. And then he got me some other present that I don't know, which for me to not know is difficult because he won't tell me. And then I end up going into Amazon. I've ruined my surprise many times, but I didn't see these, and I don't know what's in there now. But all I ever order is bunny stuff on Amazon. I don't order anything in there. Richard goes and orders. We order supplies in there a lot, like for the house, because it's cheaper.
This makes me wonder if Rich has ever done anything nice for Joy. Like she's so excited he got credit and bought her something. Like imagine like your partner like has never bought you anything and you've been the one to work and you're excited that he got credit and bills for you to pay.
Like even like paper towels or toilet paper and stuff, or dish soap, it's cheaper than not the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Gloria thinks we're getting all this stuff. She doesn't realize it's literally like toilet paper, you know, because she's like, oh, another box, another box. That's when she gets excited. We're like, oh, it's toilet paper and paper towels. But a couple things came in for Prime Day. Oh, you got your headphone. Okay, I work my ass off, and the only things I like in life are music. Like that's the only thing I'll let you ever spend money on for me, which is not that much. Like I said, the two of these on Prime Day was less than these costs regularly. That's it. So like now, like Richard got me one other gift. I don't know what it is, but after that, like I literally don't need anything else, nor do I ever buy myself anything. And all of my stuff is gifts. Like, and Richard, we rarely do gifts. We don't exchange gifts very often. So this year we've kind of done a little bit just because we finally got some credit.
Yeah.
Because we weren't going to spend money that we needed for bills on gifts. That we've never been. That doesn't make sense. I was like, well,
Annette is having the best day, guys.
I first asked him and guess what? When we first got the credit, I said, "Can we buy beef?"
Hey,
I first asked him and he said no, because we did check that first. It's like, we could just buy a bunch of beef from Whole Foods or something through Amazon, but it wasn't nice stuff. So I was like, okay, then we'll buy some household supplies. Which is what we did. We buy some household supplies on credit, like just soap and body wash and stuff. And shampoo conditioners, like all.
But okay. I don't know why she needs us to think they're so responsible and so they don't spend any money on this, that, or they just need house supplies. I get that they want donations, so that's probably it. And they want to be seen as they do good with money. It's just such a mind manipulation sometimes. It like makes everybody double think what they say, or at least me. And I always wonder like what is their agenda? What is it?
I go, well, we don't have no time. I mean, it makes work, so but we were so behind trying to do this YouTube thing. It was so stupid. Otherwise, we would have been so behind. It's irritating. And so when I used to it's been many years since we've been this behind. It's glorious stupid stuff. Me and Richard had never had any sort of debt. All of our bills.
I have one question. How do you get behind in prostitution? Like, scratch that. I think she meant behind in bills, but that's still funny.
Were like you pay as you go kind of thing, and like nothing was like we were renting always and not ever in any sort of lease, so it was just like month to month kind of thing. So like we never really had like anything hanging over our head, if that makes sense. Like we have this whole house hanging over our head now. Like we have all of Gloria's debt. Like now we have all this credit. We didn't have credit cards and that, so it was just kind of like day to day, like just whatever you would need. You know, you're going to grocery shopping or something like that, and then your normal things that you pay. You know, utilities and things. But like we never had so much anxiety of responsibility of all this debt and bills. So it's actually very.
How old are you, Joy? And how old is Rich? How did you guys get along without ever having anxiety over bills? It really sounds like you guys have had a charmed life, and I have a feeling it was off Gloria's dime, too.
Stressful being here. That's why this is been very different for us. So, because me and Richard are total minimalists, and we always have been. And we live just like, and Gloria's the opposite of minimalist. So it's a little bit, and so she's thinking that like that there's like this money that she has that is just sitting there or something, and that we're just not letting her access. It's like, Gloria, you for several years now have been not having enough money because of you sold all your assets, so you couldn't actually cover your expenses because your husband had set you up to cover your expenses. But when you sold the things that were supposed to pay you monthly, then now your Social Security and your supplemental with Annette can't cover your bills. So without us here, you wouldn't even be living here. So like there isn't like this extra money anywhere. Now, if I ever get fully caught up with work again and find if she wants her 2,000 and just go to the casino, find out we have that spare, we'll give it to her. I don't give it. But right now we don't. So it's not like we're trying to punish her. It's just like we're trying to save your house for you. We don't want this house. We would rather be in New York, but we don't want you and Annette to be homeless. You guys can't live in an apartment. Can you imagine these two in an apartment? So it's like they need to be here. So it's like, but it's not like, oh, there's this money we're just keeping from you or something. That's what you guys act like too. And it's like, you know, I'm working my ass off. Like it's finally picking up. Vegas was also very slow. That's the problem. Vegas would die from the pandemic. Finally, the conventions are coming back. Most of my business comes from conventions, not from tourists and bachelorette party or something. It's from people going to conventions.
So you don't get any tourists. You know specifically they're all from conventions. No one on vacation, no one, like that is a bold statement. I highly doubt that, Joy.
Businessmen, who I see. So this, having no conventions was terrible. I don't go to stupid wasted people and see that kind of nonsense or bachelor party, that nonsense. I don't do any of that. I see serious professionals. So when the serious professionals didn't come to Vegas anymore, that's why I wasn't working. That's why I went to New York to see serious professionals. So now they're finally coming back. So, but I'm having to go back to New York because there was not enough money in Vegas. I'm having to go to New York to bring back money to pay for Gloria's bills in Vegas, where years ago Vegas had enough money for me to take on this. But
while you're bragging about who you get to boink, your husband is literally blowing his nose. I just want to point that out. You are bragging about everyone you have to boink, and I'm sure you don't like them all. And your husband gives no shits. Not a single shit is given about what you have to do. So every time you have a hard day, remember that. He'd rather blow his nose than listen to you or care.
Ever since the pandemic. So it's finally coming back. But all of the casinos sold after the pandemic, and they're owned by new people that are not putting any money into them. So they're just like letting them die, and then eventually they'll sell them. And the next person will do better. Like in 2025, next year, they're expecting a kind of turnaround. But like this has been, Vegas has been in the toilet. They just don't want to tell anyone. But no, I mean, it's been terrible. They lie always about, oh, yeah, our rooms are full. Yeah, that's because you're giving them away for free. Oh, yeah. Or you sell it with the cheapest rate. It's not something to brag about. That doesn't mean they're sexual, like, quality people here. There's people that will walk 2 miles to save a quarter. That's not what you want in Vegas. So there's like this thing, no, it's like, no, it's just been in the toilet ever since. And it actually kind of started to be in the toilet after the Mandalay Bay shooting in 2017. That's when Vegas first took a toilet dump. And then it was starting to come back in 2019. And then the pandemic. So it was just getting good in 2019. I remember the end of 2019, a good year. And then we went to 2020. And then me and Richard were at, I was in All Green. We were at the stadium, and then we went to Caesars for work. And they shut down the casino on St. Patty's Day. It was St. Patty's Day, 2020. They shut down Caesars. It was the weirdest thing ever. They kicked us out of we were there because I was there. My client got kicked out. He'd been at MGM. MGM closed their properties a couple days before, kicked everybody out from MGM properties. So everyone went to the Caesars properties, and Caesars properties said, we're not going to close. And then it got mandated. Everyone had to close. So they kicked everyone out, like literally kicked you out that night and sent you to the airport. But we were there. So I was dancing because I was there with Richard, and we're just watching. And they were shutting down all the machines, and they were scooching everybody out of the casino. Like, you go in. But then the casinos and didn't even have locks on the doors. They'd never locked the doors. But they scooched us all out, and I locked the door.
Thinking about it, and Joy will never quit doing what she does for work. Because it's fast money, she lives in the drug world, and there's no other way to keep up with a drug habit than prostitution. There's no way. Especially with Rich refusing to work. So you have 2 drug habits, and you're trying to fix a house. Well, you're trying to pay the bills for your mom. No wonder Joy is so pissed off.
You're out, and they closed the casinos for 78 days. And that, some of the casinos were spending $1 million a day even when they were closed, because they still had to pay their employees, they still had to manage, they even had to go things to have people go flush all the toilets, because you don't realize if something isn't being used, then it can go bad, like a vacant house goes stagnant really bad, really fast. So they had someone going and using all the things, to make sure like the hotels didn't, turn to shit in 78 days, which they can. That's crazy. So if no one is utilizing things, they had like people are still going cleaning, they're doing all the things, making sure running everything, and then they had to pay people that weren't even coming in, because they still had to pay people. Remember doing that? So some of the casinos were losing $1 million a day for 78 days. Do you think many casinos could survive with $78 million in the hole? So, and no money coming in? No, they couldn't. So they all sold. That's if no, Vegas survived. Not really. No, they all sold on pennies a dollar. And now, like, every casino is like deteriorating. Like, they don't replace anything. So, like, in the rooms, if like
You are now listening to Bong Rips and Bad Conspiracies with Joy and Rich. It's their worst show.
furniture piece goes away, he just disappears. They be like, and then they used to have like 2 side tables in this room or 2 lamps. No, not like they just don't replace it. So like I have a client that stays at a hotel that every time he's like, I don't know how many furniture pieces I'm gonna have in my room, because like you never know, they just disappear and they don't replace them. So I'm like, hopefully they'll leave you a bed. I think it's getting bad, but anywho, I hope 2025 it turns around. They're going to have the most conventions they've ever had in January 2025. Like the most they've ever had in January. And January is the most conventions they have all year, because they have CES, a consumer electronics show. Me and Richard used to go to that every year, and they do a bunch of the big ones. Come in January. And so this one's going to be the biggest January ever. Like they already don't know how they're going to even man the setup of the amount of conventions we're having. So that's good. So that's really good for me too. That's my business. So yeah, I'm just over haters. Hey, I don't even care. It's like whatever you guys can hate on me. It doesn't matter, because your hate doesn't affect my life, other than I just get to see that there's really nasty people in the universe, and that upsets me. But like honestly, you guys bringing down our account is a blessing, because you didn't bring it down, but you guys sabotaged like growth to where we could live off the channel. You know what I mean? Which it was growing, and then you guys just like so much hate. It's like whatever. So whatever. But it's a blessing, because we don't know if we ever could have fully lived off the channel. We just had hopes that we could, and then when we saw the sabotage, we're like, okay, we better not even hope for that anymore. But so it was kind of like good that
when she talks about the sabotage and she talks about the account like going to junk, she's not explaining what they did to cause the repercussions of that. Take some accountability, Joy. You guys caused all of this. All of it. You were not treating people correctly at all. You were not being kind, and you just thought people should just be throwing you money? No way.
happened early on, so we didn't waste more time, because we were getting behind. Like Richard was like starting to be like, I can't pay any of these bills, because he manages everything. I keep looking, I have all my bills. I write them here. So I let him know the dates, but he goes in and pays. But he's like, I don't have money to pay any of these things. It was getting really bad. But we were, overdrafting, and I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. So I'm back to work, but it's still, Vegas is still kind of taking a second to get going. But it would have been ideal if I had gone to New York during the summer. I should have gone to New York in July, but I got the money, and I didn't want to leave Annette. So a third time, because I already had to leave Annette twice to go to New York, and she hated it. And I go for like 13 to 14 days, so it's a long time. She doesn't like that. In the house, it becomes shambles. In her room, I watch her on FaceTime, because I FaceTime like all day long with him, and she's just sitting there in like this filthy room, and I'm like, Richard, pick up, I'm telling him on FaceTime, and I pick up her room, and it's just, she hates it. And she's like, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? And like every day she'll ask me when I'm coming home. Sometimes I don't know to, because I sometimes don't get my plane ticket. So sometimes because
Another Joy delusion. Annette does not ask you over and over again, when are you coming home? Annette doesn't ask anyone a question over and over again. She just, that she's not asking you that.
adjust. Sometimes I'll stay even longer, It just depends. So I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, what day? She really wants me to always come home. So I didn't want to do that again. And then I got the bunny too, and he's so attached to me. So I was like, I really don't want to go to New York. So then we're like, oh, maybe the channel could work. And it did for a minute, and it did kind of help us through the summer, but we got behind on bills, but we survived.
If everyone around you loves you so much and all, like, they just all adore you, why does the internet not? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe people actually don't love you. I know she's not listening, but people like change, Joy. Maybe if you guys completely changed, you would find people that like you, but it ain't gonna be here.
So thank you for everybody that did help us. We do appreciate it. I don't mean to say negative things about the people that helped us, but you guys can see that the hate is dominating. Like, there's just so much hate, and there's like 25 hate channels now about our not 25 love channels. There's 25 hate channels. So it's like, I don't even think there's one channel loving on us. I think there's one channel like, I'm a fan of them. I don't value your guys' opinion of me, but what it upsets me about it is just that people are so mean. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, why be mean? That's what I don't get. Like, I don't understand why go around and be mean to people. I just don't get that. So that's what irritates me, because I kind of feel like most people in the world are like me, but when I start to be online, I start to realize most people are not like.
Did anyone else see that glitch? That is so weird. I have never seen a live glitch like that. Why do you and Rich go around being so mean to people? Why do you? You guys pick fights with everyone. Stop playing victim. Stop it.
Like me, because I don't go around just hating on people, but I guess that's rare. I guess most people do. So, because I've been hated on a lot in my life. So I guess I'm rare that I generally like try to go, like when I go online, I'm like going in, I'm like finding channels and I'm like, oh my God, I love your art. I'm hearting it. Oh, this is beautiful. And I like retweet animal stuff. I don't do it as much anymore, but that's all I ever did was like retweet animal stuff. Like complimented people on their arts and their meat stuff. I always was positive people who are doing keto and stuff. I never thought of like saying something nasty to someone on a social media profile. It just didn't dawn on me to do that. I was like, I want to say something nice.
That's a blatant lie. You had a whole channel where you were trying to expose Las Vegas, and you were trying to have a podcast where you made fun of other girls. You talk about celebrities bad. Come on, Joy. Get in the real world. Let's go.
I mean, that's what I don't comment anymore really. But it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. So, I don't know. It just makes me not understand people, and I don't like it, because then I'm like, well, if I don't understand like where you're coming from, I don't know where your brain is at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you're thinking of all day, because it just seems nasty. It's just nasty, negative thoughts. I don't have that in my head, so I don't know what that feels like. I'd probably be miserable. I just really, I'm like listening to Demi Lovato for summer. Take me down. It is. Be scared, cause I'm your body type. For all my girl lovers out there, I'm fully bisexual. You know, I think women are more attractive than men, 100%. But I prefer to be sexually involved with a man than a woman. But I've been with both. Threesomes, gotta lie in my book. Threesomes are awesome. You guys ever
We're impressed, Joy. What I'd be more impressed with is like you explaining how you're listening to music and ranting at the same time. I can barely do this, and I'm just listening to you and then responding to it. That is complete drughead behavior. Complete.
But make sure you're not jealous. If you are a jealous person, you can't handle it. Oh, it's the worst when people, the other person's jealous. I've had that experience. I'm not jealous person. Other people be jealous of me. I'm like, oh, this is awkward. If the girl gets jealous of the other girl, it's bad. Often. But, anywho. I like women. So, I don't mind if you women like me. Most women are bisexual. They just don't realize it. Because that's why they hate on other women. Because women check each other out more than men check women out. So that means you're analyzing a woman, you're finding them attractive or not, which means you're attracted to a woman. So does that make sense? So if you hate on a woman, you're analyzing a woman's looks, which means, like, you get what I'm saying? You analyze women more than men because you're more attracted to women than men. That's why women hate on women more than men, because we're more attracted to women more than men. Not saying you're lesbian. Women are just generally more attracted to women than to men. We just might want to be sexual with a man. But, like, that's why women hate on other women. They don't hate on men. Because we're not as attracted to men. We're like, yeah, whatever. We'll be with men. I'm being serious. You guys, okay, you women out there, argue with me on this, for real. You're gonna argue because you're gonna pretend, because y'all that are so, I would never find a woman attractive. Well, that's why you're hating on me.
I don't have much to say on that, but I don't know if that really belongs on this channel, an argument of women being sexually attracted to women. I feel like this is not the place for that, Joy, but carry on.
If I wasn't attractive, you wouldn't even bother me. So of course you find me attractive. I find myself attractive because I'm attracted to women. When I look in the mirror, I want to look good. If you want to look good and find yourself attractive, you're attracted to your same sex. Otherwise, you can't have attraction to yourself if you're not attracted to the same sex. I'm not talking your sexual preference. I'm saying attraction. So this thing of like preference, you have sexual preference. That you can decide you want to be a man, woman, whatever, whoever. But attraction can be man or woman. People that say I cannot be attracted to one sex or another, that's a lie. There's no way you cannot be attracted to one person of one sex. They're like, there's one man and there's one woman on this planet that you find attractive. I guarantee one of each. Guarantee. I do. Oh, man. Oh, let me think of it. G-Easy. I'm going celebrity crushes of men. If I'm going celebrity crushes of women, Hailey Bieber. Both of them. Super attractive. I think Hailey Bieber's higher than G-Easy. I'm more attracted to women. But I think G-Easy's guys. But There you go. I'm attracted to both. If you can't tell me there's a man and a woman you're attracted to on this planet, you're insane. So I'm not talking which one you want to have sex with. I'm talking attracted to.
Joy, your crushes are creepy and no one cares. No one. Joy's rants go on and on forever, and I can't believe there's even thoughts coming through her head at this point. The way she goes on and on.
I've met so many people that will be like, oh, I have no attraction to the same sex or opposite. I'm like, that's not true. There's no way. We're human beings. You have to have some attraction to another being, no matter what genitals they have. You might not everybody. I mean, I don't find every man attractive. I don't find every woman attractive. But I find some women attractive and I find some men attractive. To say neat, like there's no man is attractive or no woman is, that's insane. Of course there's some in each. And so that irritates me. Now, which one you want to be with, that's fine. I mean, that's you go whatever way you want to go, whatever. But I'm bi. So, but to be like, there's no way I can be attracted. Well, then, especially if it's someone, if you're saying there's no way I can be attracted to someone of the same sex, well, then you find no attraction to yourself. You don't look in the mirror and try and look good. What are you doing then? You don't try to make yourself look good. That means you're attracted to yourself. If you try to make yourself look good, you're trying to make yourself be attractive to what you like as attractiveness, right? That's what you get yourself ready. You go, oh, that looks good. You're finding yourself attractive or not on there. Oh, I look like dog shit. Then you're not finding yourself attractive. But you ultimately would want to find yourself attractive, right? So that would make you able to be attracted to the same sex if it's yourself. Okay. Now, you seriously can't find one person on earth of either sex that you find attractive? That's insane. I find tons of each one. Tons. And my sister used to rag me because I find more girls attractive. So I'd be putting up Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston, everybody. She's like, you're going to be a lesbian. I didn't drop it to be a lesbian, but I'm bisexual. She's close. But anyways,
I do know that I find one person not attractive, and that is you, Joy. I want you to get eyebrows. I want that to be your goal someday.
I found women gorgeous. I don't know. I'm crazy. But I also find men super handsome. And I like to be with men. I prefer to be in a relationship with a man. But I had a girlfriend, so. Me and Richard had a girlfriend together. Yep. Polyamory. It's called polyamory. So you have monogamy and you have polyamory. Humans are not supposed to be monogamous by nature. There's only a couple mammals that are monogamous by nature, and it's non-humans. We're supposed to be polyamorous, which means multiple partners. So you guys can judge me, but you're wrong. You're only going off of incorrect teaching. So your entire basis of your life was on stuff that didn't matter. You were told sex was the worst thing on the planet because it's better for society to have people get married and have a bunch of kids and not be intermingling, because you can sell families a lot more products than single people, because families need a lot of shit. And families, you need the dad to go to work. So they're a lot more reliable, or the mom, if they have kids. So if everyone just settles down and have kids, they're stable, they're easy, the government can control you way better. So you guys just did exactly what society wanted you to do. That didn't mean you were right. You just were followers. You were sheep. Me and Richard didn't go with society. It was shocking. They said that I left the Air Force without being pregnant or married, and that was my choice. I had many offers for both. Every guy I dated wanted me to have a baby. They wanted me to marry him. I got the heck out of there because I didn't want to be married at 17 to 21.
Who are you arguing with? I cannot believe you're just rambling on and on and on. Who is it? Are you arguing with your mom in your head? Are you arguing with haters in your head? Are you arguing with Rich in your head? Who is it? Maybe yourself?
So I ended up getting married at 28, which that was a much better age for me, I thought. And I wasn't even sure I wanted to do that until I met Richard. And then of course I wanted to marry Richard. So, but I wasn't even planning to get married. But I was like, I'm not going to just be someone's breeder and then just end my life that way of like, okay, now I have kids and now I never experience everything I wanted to experience in life. No, I decided not to have kids. You guys hate me because you decide to have kids. That's not my fault that you decide to have kids. That was your choice. You didn't have to. No one told you. Even if your parents, my mom really wanted me to have kids. She ended up dying. But still, I wasn't going to have kids right away. I didn't want to. But my mom was really pushing for that. But still, like, just because society and your friends and everyone's pushing in the military, they really wanted me to get married and stuff. You even get paid more and you get to live off base if you get married. You have all these incentives. And
Well, I have to make a quick comment. Oh, well, some people are saying like, oh, well, I'm glad I don't have to do that for money. But it's like,
you don't have a choice to. Yeah, you don't have a choice. You're not good looking enough.
And you don't have the sea life.
And you don't have the skills. Not every girl can do it. You think every girl can do. Try it. See if you get a call. Put your head up. It's a lot harder than you think.
Are you still on this subject?
So, I'm glad you're not doing it, because no one wants to fuck you, you ugly ass. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to do it. You wouldn't be able to. You're too ugly and fat, I guarantee. If you said that, you're too ugly and fat. Because any girl that's hot enough would be like, maybe.
Maybe she doesn't know that people are attracted to other body types than her own. I'm starting to get worried about her. I wish she'd take a nap already.
Should have done that. But the ugly one's like, I would never. Well, no one would pay your stinky, ugly ass.
I mean, most likely, she's in here every single day, every stream, hating on you constantly.
Because she's so damn jealous. Because here's the reality. The girls that are most jealous are the girls that never really had any guys. I've never had a problem getting guys. I've had so many guys in my life. Like, in the Air Force, I was like trying to fend off guys. Yeah. But you guys are jealous of me because guys like me. And in this job, I have to try to get complete strangers from all over the world. I've been in Panama, New York, and here, international, to call me off of just seeing my photos. And then pay me a lot of money. Then what happened to you? You're too ugly. So you hate me.
It's pretty much the truth, though.
No, it is. If you're saying, I would never do that, it's because you can't. The hot girls are like, I probably should have. But the ugly ones are like, I would never. Well, no one would pay you, so don't worry about it. It's never been an option for you. It's always been an option for me because I've had people like trying to have sex with me like in jobs that I didn't want to, like where it's like your boss is like, oh, you want to have an affair? No, I don't actually. Now I want to quit this job. I mean, over and over and over and over. So it's like,
right. What about
like I've always been someone that people desire. So for you guys, you're like, oh, I would never do that. Well, no one desired you. So it wasn't even a question. Oh, I wouldn't see multiple men. Well, you don't even have.
I'm listening to her ramble, and it probably makes me get a little more confused than usual, but I had this funny thought. What if I took an ad out and asked for people to come forward that like have met Joy and like ask them what they think of her? Like, will people that have met Joy please step forward and give us your rating or something? I don't know.
One that would actually fuck you. You guys might be married, but I doubt you ever have sex with your husbands. And it's not because you think you don't want to have sex with them. They don't want to have sex with you. They're happy. They're higher than me. And you're mad because you didn't know girls like me could be so much hotter than you. You assumed I'd be trashy and nasty. No, I'm classy.
Oh, geez.
And I'm smarter.
Oh, geez.
And I'm educated. And I was an Air Force vet. Not what you thought. So now you're worried when your husband is meeting other women. You're like, oh, I thought they would just be horrible women. No, not ever. The courtesans are elite. Read about it.
You're giving her a bad time for her job.
I make more money than lawyers and doctors an hour.
All right, yeah. Watch the publication. Yeah, the
And I didn't have to go to school for 10 years.
I remember that. So, obviously, she's doing
You're
great.
just wrong about the amount I make.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
So
Come on.
stop it.
Hey, Joy. Annette has something to say to you.
Yeah, no, you're doing great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I love you. You're doing it. Let me have a hug. You're the best. Come on here. Come on here. Over.
That's what it's all about. Family. Annette's happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Rich goes into Annette's room and asks if she is busy and if she wants to come talk to Joy real quick. And she says yes. And so then she comes in and he goes, oh, Annette, do you have something to say to her? And then it's like, Rich, you're manipulating them to look like they get along much more than is actually true. Especially after that fight. I bet Annette wanted nothing to do with Joy. Nothing.
Oh, we need to change your battery. Hold on, you're here. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, change the battery right here.
Look. I think we have one for that.
Wait,
Is it this one?
Can we show off your little?
Yeah,
I love this thing.
Your battery is. I think it's this. Is this the right one, Richard? I hope
see.
that's it.
What is this one? No, I think no. I need it for you.
It's your
No, I need
watch.
30
Oh, we got to get one then. Shoot, that's what
or
we
20.
want to have of that kind.
I
Wait,
might-
wait. Hold on. I have some right here. What are these?
Let me see. See, Annette has
What's
this
it?
go watch.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
Is that it?
All right.
What do these say? 2032s. Let me double check. Here, take these back for now.
Okay. Yeah, have you guys seen my battery drawer?
All right.
She has a great battery drawer.
All right. Yay.
Hey.
But these are the only ones we have is that kind of thing. I hope these are the right one. Look at my battery drawer.
Yeah.
And these are the only ones I have that are like for watches. For her. I thought this was for her. That's what we got it for. What else did we get this for? It wasn't for her.
Maybe the
Something this went in.
garage door opener.
Oh yeah, that's probably what. Oh, in the
key.
the Mercedes thing, the old
Mercedes
one.
key.
The old one, I
Yeah,
think.
the old Mercedes key.
That's what we used it for. Shoot, that's not the right one for her watch. Darn. What is one she needs?
It might be.
Okay, go check. There's only one. These are the
I have
same.
to double check it.
2.5. Oh no, they're different. This is 2.5 and this one's 3.2, so they are different.
So 2.5, yeah, 3.2 might be right. The 3.2
Yeah,
might
2.5
be
and
right.
3.2.
Yeah, the 3.2.
That's it as
right.
far as like that kind of battery.
Yeah.
The rest is just like double A's and triple A's and stuff.
Exactly. Good job on that. Okay. Okay, so are we gonna get groceries now?
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. You were trolling the trolls basically.
I finally just did.
You were triggering the trolls.
Yeah, because you all like, I usually don't even go there, but today I'm like.
Well, I couldn't believe it. You're just like you really got them fired up. You brought them all out of the woodwork. I hadn't seen something.
I know. Woo, how dare her say I'm jealous of her. If you're not jealous, why are you sitting on my channel all day long? I don't even know your name. You guys know. You guys know the last time I farted. I mean, it's ridiculous. I didn't even know last time I farted. Probably one of them live streams.
Hi, Annette.
Joy thinking, I never fart. I'm perfect, kind, and sweet. Nothing bad ever happens to me after she just screamed bloody murder. Or after she rambles about how much everyone's jealous. Joy, come on. You're not fooling anybody here.
I fart very often. No. When you eat healthy, you don't fart that much. If you eat unhealthy, oh my gosh. So I used to eat this when I was a vegan. I ate this vegan sausage. Oh, good God. That thing was the worst thing. It made me smell so bad when I started eating it even when we were together, and he was like, oh, no. This is the worst thing ever. So I think it's cold out, but I'm not sure. But I think it might be so good. But yeah, when on this diet, I don't really fart. A little bit. Barely. It doesn't smell. It smells like, not like anything. But if you eat foul, woo! Richard, when he was eating that non-organic chicken, oh, he killed me one day. Oh, it was the worst. I was like, dude, he just lingered for like an hour in the room. Oh my God, but that doesn't really happen when we eat healthy at all. Like I can't remember last time here I farted if it wasn't when we were eating this diet. Oh, I don't. Which one matches? Does it still match? Yeah, it's kind. All right, we gotta return this too so I can order bunny food. Amazon. Richard got the wrong thing. Okay. Let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Do we need to bring this charger? Not
Yeah,
this
bring
one.
the charger for sure.
But not this one. I gotta get the one that has the USB for the car. This one won't work. This one has a USB-C. Yeah, this one you gotta leave in your office. I'll get the one that has a USB for the car. This one you gotta leave in here, because that's got
I
USB.
feel like Joy's working all the time, and where's this money going? She's about to return something to buy rabbit food. Maybe don't have a rabbit. And where's your money going? Oh, crack.
USB. Probably USB-C is all the old stuff is USB, like in your car and stuff, you know? You gotta update everything. You gotta get one cord for the house, you gotta get a cord for the car, you gotta change all your bases. Pain in the ass. We have all the ones that are USB, the bases, you know? And the one in the car, the one for the ashtray thing is USB. So when the rolls, it's USB-C. Pain in the ass. And it's a pain in the ass, it's expensive. If it was just a pain in the ass, it'd be fine. Like, it was like, oh, just time. It's expensive for all these cord. So we got this one. So see what you need is USB to USB-C. Not USB-C to USB-C. Here's the one in the car for the lighter is USB still. But all the boxes are USB-C, so annoying. And this happened in the first video. The people, you guys remember when they changed the iPhone, the first iPhone, the thicker one? Oh, I saw you too. You had all the bases, you popped it in, you listen to the radio, your phone in there, you all this. Oh. Now they changed the iPhones again. Our phones are still the Lightning, but the new ones are the USB-C for the iPhones. We have the Lightning ones. So this will be the third change of the iPhone cord. I realized that. Third change of the iPhone cord. Buy all that shit every time. All right, let's go. I'll go back in. We're gonna go shopping. Okay.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Ready?
Bye out.
All right, Casper, some carrots. You want carrot tops this way. Carrot tops. Greens. Get back home. Okay, there they are. They're fine.
Oh, this guy Dean Matthews. He's so off.
Well, he's just jealous. He doesn't have a band.
We spent more time here with him than it is all off. Do you have the charger?
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this morning's sermon, please be sure to.
It's just a bummer being named Dave Matthews. Afterwards, they're like, oh, you're not Dave Matthews. You're like Dave Matthews. It's like, oh, you're not the cool Dave Matthews. You're just Dave Matthews. You're not like, oh,
No,
you're
his name could be Derek.
You're
It says D Matthews. His name could literally be Derek. Or
Oh, that's my sister's husband's name.
It seems like a Dwayne to me.
Or Dumbo.
I don't think we named a kid Dumbo, but maybe.
Maybe Dave Matthews' parents did. He's like, I like my name until this stupid band. You guys ever see Office Space? Michael Bolton. What's a good name?
Oh, leave a lot.
Grammys. Winnie Grammys.
Thanks, guys. I almost forgot. Sunday morning chats. Okay, Nat. We are heading off to go get some groceries. Okay. And everything you need.
Yeah, I don't need.
Okay, let me put this volume off for you. Is that loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay, all I'm about to fast forward through is some TV stuff and some weed stuff. The TV they won, they talk about that, and then getting weed. That's about all we're gonna miss.
Now everyone knows. So you can't take them in, and then they'll call and say some stupid shit. You guys-
I don't think I think dispensary won't take a call.
Yeah, that's true. They love Rich too. They already know about the channel too.
Yeah.
They're the ones that gave Annette the TV. Well, they gave it to Rich. We gave it to Annette. But they found out it was for Annette, so they were very happy about that. But they didn't know when they gave it to Rich that it was going to go to Annette. But then he let him know, and they were very happy that he'd given it to Richard. Won it without even entering anything. Like they said, they entered him because, like, I guess when you go in, you know, you got entered into it.
Hey, there's a football game today.
Oh.
Bengals versus the Rams. Chargers. Bengals versus the Chargers or the Rams. Anyways, I bet on the, what you do is every time you go in there, if you spend over $100 on weed, you get a ticket, and they give you a ticket. And I entered 3 times for the Bengals. One time,
What are you gonna win?
I win. I don't know, mate. I hope a TV. I hope it.
Is it like a pool for like?
No, I don't need a swimming
no,
pool.
not a swimming pool.
What
Is this a
am I
football
gonna do with
pool?
a swimming pool?
Are they adding people's money? Is it like a football pool where it's filling up?
No, there's no.
Sell the pool like you sell everything else.
That would be highly
Out,
illegal.
right. Oh.
No, there's no.
Really, that's an illegal thing.
Well, yeah, pulling a bunch of money like that and making a big
Those are
jackpot.
illegal?
Jackpots, yeah.
Like when people do that, like.
Well, no, not illegal. It's gaming, is what it is. I mean, you can't just do it like casually. Like
I mean, I've never done it, but
this
I know
is a
people do
raffle.
that because I know, like the states, they would have. I actually almost won all the time because I got like almost everyone right except for one week. Like, cause there's like some pool where like you had to get all of the games right. I'm really good at predicting football, and so I got every game except for one right. So I didn't win the pool. But I didn't know it was legal, but that was in a business, and doing it. Are they not allowed to do that? Our business is not allowed to do that.
Well, I mean, I don't
Like
know.
Keller Williams.
I think technically it's probably gambling, but yeah, it's
Keller
gaming.
Williams Realty, we did these pools for.
Well, don't be giving out the names. These guys will call everybody, man.
You guys should call. It was about 15 years ago.
Still, man, who knows the
15
jurisdiction?
years ago, and you guys
Don't
didn't
tell them the
even
state.
know-
Don't tell them the state.
Which state or which city?
Yeah, because the jurisdiction, they could go back after those guys with that
These
shit.
guys were assholes. They everything there. Okay, I worked in admin. Jesus, the amount. If they got audited, shit, I got out of there. I was like, because they're like, you would take the brunt and you had to get the agent's file approved by the broker. Well, in order for the file to be approved, they have to have all of their paperwork, everything, signed and their T's, their I's dotted and their T's crossed, and that's how they get the check. And it's the only way you get an agent to get you the thing is you hold their check. Well, my broker would just give the checks to the agents, so we never would get the paperwork afterwards. Oh, I'll bring it to you. That never happens. So I worked there 4 years, and I was like, they had an auditor come in, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a shit store. But that's not why I quit. I quit because I got a DUI, and they made me go to. I took deferment, and I had to be at the classes for the rehab thing at 5 o'clock, and I was supposed to work till 5:30 every day, and so it just became conflicts. And I couldn't be late to my class, and they needed me at work, so I ended up having to quit the real estate office.
Anyways, I'm telling a story.
Okay, no, but listen. Where am I going? There you go. I don't even know. I'm just rambling, but I had a point to it.
You can really tell they have their tin hats on because they have not been sleeping. Joy's forgetting things. She's not acting like herself. That Gloria thing screwed everyone up because they're probably really paranoid and they don't want to sleep and they're smoking more crack. Good things aren't happening in that house or anywhere else for them. Talk about karma.
Probably dispensary.
But anyways, what I was gonna say is, there's a lot of businesses that do a lot of shady stuff that, as like the employee, you're like, this is not fair because they put you in a situation where like you're like breaking the law, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? I have to play that happened often in real estate. I was an employee working for and they're like, well, I mean, and you're not the one gonna be held liable. But
Keller Williams
is
sound like
gonna be pissed out later because you didn't have the paperwork when they were the ones, that kind of stuff. And it's like,
Is Keller Williams like a shady outfit?
no, you should. I happen to businesses all the time. I'm sure if you went to any real estate office, they would have some files that don't have every paperwork they're supposed to have for to close a house. And there's other things that I'm sure there's lawyers that way too, where they're missing some paperwork. You know what I mean? As much as you think all this stuff is so, it's not. That's the crazy thing is when you work behind the scenes. That's how the military is too. There's so much shit that goes on that you're like, I don't know. That's why I don't like this. That's why I don't like corporate stuff, because I saw all of the BS that goes on behind the scenes. And I don't like it. And my stepmom, he was a realtor, and that's why I ended up working at Keller Williams. And she had been a realtor.
Give me your phone.
Listen, so she had heard a secret from another agent that I didn't know anything about, and she told the broker this thing.
She ratted you
And,
out.
No, listen. I was not involved in this. Okay, listen. She heard something from a realtor and then mentioned it to the boss or something, and the boss said, well, when she freaked out, like, how did you hear that? Because something very private. Her first choice.
Joy's boring. So I was thinking about Joy's acting really strange, like I said before. But then I thought about what if they couldn't find crack and got meth instead, or like somehow stumbled across meth, and that's why she's acting so weird, and then she acts even weirder tomorrow. I don't know. I think they accidentally got some bad stuff.
To say was me, not the real. She protected the real and threw me under the bus.
Why was your own family?
Stepmom, yeah. And then I almost got fired until the boss finally.
How could anybody
no
defend?
I still don't know what it was even told.
Who could take Cher's side on that one?
I know. And I called my dad at work. He told me he had my side until she got home from work. And then
What happened?
oh no, she didn't mean to. She didn't mean to say I knew something I didn't know anything about and use me as her source and get me almost fired to protect another agent.
Oh, jeez. You gotta be kidding me.
So that kind of stuff happened, and then I had several of my bosses try to approach me about having an affair, and I didn't want to.
Now, what did you think about that when that happened?
The one was really bad because he made it miserable when I went back to work because I turned him down.
Oh.
And I thought I could still work there, and it was.
Did you end up quitting?
Yeah, I quit it. I
Oh,
quit it like
you can't sue him for that?
I could have, but this was before Me Too. No one was doing that, you know. No one was. I had so many sexual harassment things, and in the military too. So when I finally decided to do this job, it was like, well, at least now I get to make my own choice.
Interesting.
And not have people approach me when I'm trying to do a regular job and sexually harass me. Now I can choose when I want to be sexually harassed.
Except when you came on YouTube, you got
Except when I
pretty.
go on YouTube. That's what
Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you?
Yeah, I really did like when my boss, because he was the owner at another real estate office, Realty Executives. I worked at 3 real estate offices. I worked at Keller Williams, Realty Executives, and Condo Real Estate. And I also helped these doctors open a knee injection clinic called Reflex Knee Clinic. And it now has 5 clinics. And I was their only employee to help them open the clinic was it 2010?
Yeah, that's when you quit. I explained to them on this stream. I actually explained how we met, so that's okay.
How I met Richard is, so I had just gotten my DUI a couple years prior from working with Keller Williams. So
that's how all love stories start, right?
That is
love stories all start with that
was,
statement.
Yeah, no, the reason why I was working such weird jobs was because my DUI had made me lose my good job. I ended up quitting. They didn't fire me, but it was like I couldn't.
It's just like pushing her now, like being like, yeah, okay, just letting her go on and on with her meth rant, probably. That's probably what's going on. She is wired, man.
The hours they wanted because I had to go to stupid classes 4 days a week, and I couldn't be even a minute late to classes, and so it just wasn't working with timing. So I was like, I'm gonna have to just like I'll have to quit and find someone else because I can't fill the hours. I ended up just doing part-time jobs. So I got a job part-time with these real estate guys that was real estate executives, and that's the guy who approached me for an affair. But I was working for them, and I went back to college with my GI Bill. I was going to college, and I was working there, and then I got a third. I was also taking care of my autistic stepmother. I was watching him like 3 days a week, and then the guy approached me about that, and I didn't want to work there anymore, so I was pretty desperate. So I was looking online for some jobs, and this guy put this post about being a concierge at a high-rise condo building in Portland, Oregon. And I was like, well, that could be kind of fun because I'm taking care of Sean, and I'm going to school, and that would just be like my third thing. Because you get money from the GI Bill when you're going to school and stuff, so you just need a little bit. So it was only like a part-time job. And while I was there, I ended up meeting like everybody, and I met the guy that was Richard's neighbor who I dated for 20 years. But also that's where I got approached by these doctors to open a knee injection clinic after working at the condo. That's where I first
Blah, blah, blah. Joy cannot stop talking. Blah, blah, blah.
met Richard because he had a condo at the condo building where I ended up working. But I ended up, that condo building like opened up so many opportunities by working at the silly little like just being a concierge, just opening the door. Because I met everybody in the building and everyone loved me and approached me to work for them everywhere. I ended up hosting parties at people's places and became friends with everybody. I dated a couple people in the building. I ended up dating Richard's neighbor for like 2 years on and on. And so me and Richard would see each other all the time. But he told me later he was so jealous that I dated his neighbor all the time. And I'm still now talking to the neighbor right when me and Richard got together. So one time it was the 3 of us on a date. Kind of thing, remember that?
Yeah.
Me and my ex-boyfriend. And
Absolutely, I remember that.
Richard, if I come to the brush on that.
Do you guys remember that? You guys remember that story? I was telling you guys all about it.
Oh, and guess what? No, the story last night that you reminded me. Did you tell them about that with the phone?
His face, he knows what she's on, and she won't sleep for another 3 days probably.
No.
That you saw.
I don't feel like telling them.
Listen to this. Me and Richard went on our first date, and then I was a drunk, so I hung out at the bars, and I knew everybody. And I hung out at the bars right by where Richard lived, which was this condo building, because I'd worked there and knew everyone there, and so there was a ton of bars around there. So I would just literally bar crawl, and I'd always crash at someone's house, whether it be a boyfriend's house or a friend's house or whatever, in the building, so I didn't have to drive home. So I had DUI, so I didn't do that anymore. So I would always find someone. So that's why some people started to think I was a little bit of a
Nutball.
Nutball, because I'd be crashing and all these people, and they thought I was sleeping with all these people. I wasn't. I was sleeping on people's couches, so it was wasted. But anyways, one night, me and Richard went on a date, and the next day, I went to a bar, and this guy I knew from the building who me and him never dated. He was actually gay. He was a gay guy. His name was Robert. He said, "Can I use your phone for a minute to call my dealer?" Because this guy was so good. And I was at the bar, and I said, "Sure, you can use my phone," because I knew him already. And that was the last I saw him. He took my phone And I was like, wait, you're not coming back on my phone? Like, he was gone. I went outside, he was gone. And so for 4 days, he didn't have my phone. I knew where he lived. And I was pounding on his door, but he was in this Coke vendor, this guy, so he didn't answer his door for 4 days. And I didn't have a house phone. I didn't have anything. I only had a cell phone. And so Richard had been blowing up my phone, and I had no way to get a hold of him. And so, and for some reason, I don't know why I didn't go by your place. I think you weren't home or something. Maybe I did one day. I won't go by your place anymore. But, finally...
You live in Vancouver or something?
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'd gone to Robert's. You must have been at
I
work.
don't know.
Because Robert lived where Richard lived.
Who knows? You
But,
called me when I was at
I was
work.
pounding on Robert's door for like 4 days. Finally, on like Tuesday, he'd taken my phone on like a Friday. He answers his phone, like, opens the door, irritated. What's wrong? I'm like, Robert, you took my phone 4 days ago and you haven't answered your door in 4 days. And he's like, oh, sorry, here it is. I think it's dead. It throws me my phone. And I was like, I had to work, I had nothing, I had no phone for 4 days from this asshole. And Richard like thought that I didn't want anything to do with him because I had my phone during this time. So
How
when
many?
I finally, 4 days. When I finally get my phone, I call Richard right away. And he was like, and then he had to go to work. So I was like, Richard, I took my phone, do you want to come have breakfast with me? He's like, I gotta go to work. And I was like, oh, he hates me now. Because he'd written me all these nice things, you know, and I hadn't answered because I didn't have a phone for 4 days, but he thought I was just ignoring him. But I was so pissed at that guy. I was so mad too because like my work was
I was very handsome back then. I had short hair. I wore a tie every day. I wore a jacket. I still fit in my canali suits.
No, it was crazy because
I wonder why Rich wants to document this so much. Sometimes I wonder, like, he knows it can't look good, right? Or is he just so immersed in it that he thinks it's okay?
it was such a weird story too because I don't even barely know this guy Robert other than like he lived in the building kind of thing. And I just kind of like that's what the guy used my phone for a second. And he explained this whole thing and then we're like, why does this guy have your phone? I was like, oh my god, it was so crazy. But I always got myself in things like that because I was drunk. And if you're at the bar and someone's, well, guys went, oh sure, or you leave your phone or you lose your ID or whatever,
Whatever.
It's really bad because I didn't know when I was ever gonna get my phone back, and I didn't even know if he was alive. Because they were like, we haven't seen him since I got back to the building. I'm like, have you seen him? Like, and they're like, no, he hasn't come out in like 4 days. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, well, I mean, what's the point that we can't call the authorities because he's in there?
A welfare check?
Yeah, welfare check,
Man, as a civic, that's rare.
Yeah, I had to talk to Dad about it. It was crazy.
Welfare checks at the budget suite were like a daily event.
Yeah. But he finally answered the door on like Tuesday, and I kept coming. I was working at a real estate office, so I would come on my lunch break, and after work, trying to get my phone. He's like, "Go to work," and they were trying to call me at work. I finally let them know I don't have a phone. They're like, "Well, this is awful because it was real estate. They needed to call me all the time. And I had no phone." And I'm trying to get it. And so they're like, "Okay, go on your lunch break, try to get it." So I went every day on my lunch break and stuff to try to get the phone. And then afterward, trying to get the phone. So that's the mess. But yeah.
It's a mess, you guys. But
finally believe me.
and no, of course I believed her. I had no reason not to believe her.
It's a weird story though.
But it's a very weird story. This is kind of where we were last night. Actually, there's an accident down here.
Yeah, there was.
Literally, remember when we started the stream off? Okay, we were driving through here. We were starting. Yeah, that's where we picked up. Yeah, picked up right down here. This is what do they call this area again?
Trails.
Yeah, Spanish Trails. Mission Hills. No, Spanish.
Spanish Trails.
So this is Spanish Trails. It's a gated community. This is like a, but you'll see.
Why does Joy know her way around Las Vegas so much better than Rich? I've been noticing that. And then, is it because Rich forgets stuff so easily, or is it because Joy has to travel around more than him? Because he's lived there a while, too.
That's the community I work in.
I was trying to show off the neighborhoods.
I don't care any serious, let them have
Well,
some
there's no reason to. Well, actually, I would personally, I was gonna say something, but I knew she would have got mad. I say, oh, could you take a couple videos or photos of the place?
Yeah,
I knew she'd get mad.
Really nice place.
Yeah, because
Oh, in New York?
and a house.
Oh my god.
The place in New York. Oh man, the place we saw there were crazy.
I went. This one was the most insane place I've ever been to. It was like I swear the guy. Well, I guess he did. It was the penthouse, but like you don't realize like, oh.
You remember the Ace?
Penthouse of a huge. Can you imagine the size if you only had the whole top floor of this huge building in New York City? Like a lot of places call penthouses a lot of units. This is no. They're the only one. They have an elevator to their unit. They're the only one on the entire floor of a building. Is there one unit? And they just said the elevator goes. I was like, what's your floor? He's like, oh, the elevator's just to my.
That's crazy. You know what's weird? Remember when we were living at the hotel? Do you remember like there are literally people that not like they lived there. Like, they had like a mailbox there. No, these hotels that some people like. It was like you could just feel like it was like, oh man, that dude must be a rock star because he literally lives in a hotel. And it has a mailbox and it was like a home. It was like you see all these rooms and all of a sudden like welcome, like it's a condo all of a sudden.
Man, I saw some crazy places in Panama too. oh wow, there's some really nice places in Panama.
You guys, okay. Something I want to do, and I kind of got her a little bit on board yesterday when she was mad. I was excited when she was fighting with Gloria a little bit because she was like, okay, we're out of here. I said, okay. She goes, we're going back to New York. I go, well, maybe we'll go to Panama instead. She goes, yeah, we're going to Panama. I was like, yeah. And of course, that all was just like,
Can't leave it.
yeah, she's like, we're not leaving. I'm like,
We
oh,
never
okay.
would. We just
But
said when we're mad.
I think you guys would absolutely love it there. I think you guys would love to see it. I would love to take you guys there.
I mean, we don't mean, hey, we're not gonna say it again. It's not like we're trying to. I was really mad. Gloria assaulted me. I didn't mean to like scare Annette like we're gonna leave. But I was
Yeah.
pretty mad in the moment.
It was pretty mad. It was pretty maddening.
Well, and she just acts like nothing. Like it's
Acts like nothing, big deal.
Like, she literally assaults you and then acts like, oh,
Well,
like nothing. Like it's like she skipping around the next second.
I mean,
like,
I mean,
it's like, it's fucking insane.
that's the way New Yorkers are, you know. I mean, they're like the
They assault
expressive.
someone and then they
Ah,
dance.
they assault them.
She literally was like, assaults you.
Sorry,
And then it's like, oh, Richard, I want to go dancing. And I'm like, what about she got ready and didn't go. I don't know. We were waiting for her to go. She didn't want to go. So, but she at first was all gallivanting dancing after she assaulted her daughter-in-law the day before. Okay,
Oh yeah. Annette said that she loves her sister. She refers to you as her sister now.
The day that I know
No, she
called
said
me,
that this morning.
No, she did that day because I was very upset. And later that day, I went and sat with Annette, and I said, "I'm sorry for saying we'll leave. You know, we'll never leave." And she says, "I know you're my sister." And it made me cry. She said it, but not like that. Like she was, "You're my sister." I said, "Yeah, of course we want to leave. You're my sister." So
I have no words for this. Just nothing.
it was very.
It was pretty special.
It made me cry. It was very
So
special.
here we are. This is a Vegas Sunday morning. Pretty much it's palm trees, cars, the smell of fast food, a little bit of barbecue going on. Not much. I mean, like when I think of Oregon, okay, this time of year would be different. But like this was like, let's say, this would be like June in Oregon.
You know, Oregon is so bad in the summer, which everyone says Oregon summers are great, but the problem with Oregon summers is it has a really, really extreme angle of the sun during the summers that it's not comfortable.
Oh, burn!
It's like burns you. Like you go in the waterfront. Oh, I've never been as burned as I have been.
God,
in Oregon.
just fries you.
It's not comfortable at all. You're sitting there,
It's not nice.
You're watching like a music thing. You're like, this is just miserable.
It's too high.
Your eyebrows, like, this is not fun. What is anyone talking about when they say Oregon summers are great? This is
Well, it's nice not out the sunshine. It's nice.
yeah, not that out, but that would be kind of.
No, I mean, it's very beautiful.
Summer would be being in the sun.
No, I think if you're driving around and like windows down,
Well,
be
also,
good.
that wasn't part of my AC went on in my Lexus, but that's
Yeah.
well,
But this time of year, as long as you're driving around, nice brisk air. Like, yeah, nice. This time of year, you got nice brisk air. I can breathe pretty good. You guys can breathe it. You guys can imagine what it smells like. I bet.
I had there's a ES300 that they were calling me. We sold $100.
I like that car a lot. Your dad was
Dad helps me buy cars and says I'm picking them up with my money. My dad's never bought me a car. Except when I was a kid, he gave my mom $1,000. My mom gave $1,000, and they bought me my first car for $2,000. Other than that, I bought my car from my dad. He gave me his car. I paid $6,000. But after that, when I wanted a car, I wanted my dad to help me pick out a car with my money. But my dad, if he helps me pick out a car, he thinks he owns a car. So when I sold my car that I paid with my money, when I was with Rich, my dad got mad at me. I'm like, I have to ask your permission. It was my car and my money. She's like, no, but I have to pick out a car. And I want to know what I was selling. And I asked permission to sell my car that I paid for. Just so she helped me pick it out. I don't know,
It almost doesn't make sense. It's like you have a ulterior motive of some sort. You know?
just really controlled. Like I never got to pick out a car. My dad would pick out my cars for me. Like, and even like it was a nice car, but my dad got me in this really bad predicament because it was a 1992 Nissan 300ZX. It was the coolest car ever, except the problem was it had been in an accident. And my dad bought it off of his friend who bought cars at auction, and they repaired it, but they didn't repair it very well. So years later, the frame snapped on me, cracked, and cost me $3,200 on that. But my dad,
$3,200?
yeah, on top of paying my dad $6,000. So
Jeez Louise.
like $9,200. Anyways, and the car was really, I sold it for like $3,000. But throughout the whole 4 years I had it, it was a
Can you imagine?
nightmare.
Can you imagine if your dad sold you a lemon?
Yeah, and then I took it off his hands because he bought it and he had a 1998 Subaru Outback that he had just got like 2 years prior, and he told my stepmom he would keep it for 10 years and he wouldn't get another car. He said,
I have to skip over a bunch of the rest of the rant. So we don't have to listen to Joy forever.
No, so unfortunately, guys, I have to do this solo mission. And you guys have to stay in the car
I
and
thought you were bringing them. That's what I thought you
talk
were
to Joy. Okay, so talk to Joy. And I'll be right
do you
back.
remember carrot tops?
Yeah, water and some beef.
Yeah, some sort of beef for the ladies.
I got it.
Whether it be whatever kind you want. Alright, so he's going there. It's Albertsons, but he's not doing it. There's a million Albertsons in Las Vegas. So many. Oh shoot. It's take my music. Look at watch. Badass, right? Look, watch. We'll do it again. We'll go back. No, it doesn't do it that way. Watch. Look at her. So, check it out. Is she there? Yeah, she's in my ear. Richard got me these on a huge discount with that Prime Day. These are Beats earbuds. You only have to wear one and only have to bring one. So I had some earbuds many years ago that were not Beats. They were like some off-brand. And these ones, you could not have them separate. Like you had to bring both. This one, you can just have one. You don't have to bring anything with it. You just bring one, put in your ear. Come on, it's on cords. So happy. But I still like my headphones because I wear those at night. Because these don't drown out the sound at night. I have gotten so used to wearing those headphones at night that it's really hard for me to sleep now without them. I didn't used to wear them until I started live streaming at night. And then now I've gotten used to it. Now it's like I hear everything. I can go to sleep without them doing things. I'm like, oh, we put a night job everything. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Gloria and me as far as I don't know. I don't really want to interact with her. I'm gonna eventually have to, but I'm kind of avoiding her from it because it really upset me. It upset me that she has so much anger towards me when all I've done is try to help. So I'm pretty sad about that. I'm hurt, to be honest. I mean, Gloria is the only mom I have, which isn't much of a mom, but I don't have anyone else. And the fact that she attacked me for no reason. I mean, like, we were talking to her, and she and I were saying that she, but the problem is, okay, we don't mean to keep making Gloria, accept that she gambled, but the problem is she's in denial, so, like, she doesn't know why we're there if she won't accept that she gambles. Does that make sense? So it's like we keep going around in circles. She's like, why are you guys here? Just leave. It's like, she'll never say just leave. She never says that. But the attitude, Gloria would never tell us to leave. She's never said that. But the attitude is like, I hear kind of just this attitude of I don't need you guys. They never have actually said that. But it's their attitude of just kind of like, I don't know why you guys are bothering us kind of thing. And it's like, it's not my choice. We did not want to choose to step in and have to tell you guys what to do. The problem is you guys were like not taking care of yourselves. And now we're getting you both healthy and you're doing better than ever. But Gloria just resents us clearly. Annette does not. Annette loves me. And I feel more closer to Annette after everything. And she's now become me, her sister more and more. And how can she knows that I got my feelings for her. She knows it was valid too. I mean, she was there the whole time. She's the whole thing. We really want to post it, but the problem is that honestly Gloria assaulted me. And so I don't know if they'll call the police on Gloria. I imagine they won't, because I imagine they want it to be me assaulting Gloria. That's what the haters want. So I think if they see the other way around, they probably won't. But we're still nervous because you never know. Gloria doesn't like press charges. I was mad that day. I told her I was mad. I'm press charges. Of course I never would, but I'm press charges. That's pissed off. I would never. But I could have. And we have video proof that she assaulted me. I wanted to. I keep telling Rich I want to get a clip of it, but it's so controversial. She's insane. I don't know. She's unstable. I don't know what's her problem. She won't go see a doctor, so we just have to deal with this nutcase in the house. They come around with knives and forks. That got scary when she gave me the knife. Richard stepped in then. She was kind of letting it happen first. He's like, I don't know what she's doing. Okay, Joy can handle herself. But once Gloria got for a knife, he was like, oh no. It was ridiculous. And then when he took the knife from her, she got for the forks, and then I was like, forget this. So I went to the room and I haven't seen her since. I took it for a minute because it was kind of in a weird way, like shockingly entertaining. Like, what are you doing? I kept being like, why are you hitting me? Yeah, stop it! I'm like, I'm not touching you. Why are you hitting me? It was like we're seeing this little kid like explode in this rage. Like, it was just weird. I don't know. It was a little disturbing, but also offensive to me. She didn't hurt me physically, but she hurt my feelings. She's never done a lot for Gloria all these years, and she just never appreciates anything. She doesn't even take me seriously as like a human being. She thinks I'm stupid. She thinks I'm immature and young, and she treats me like I'm a little girl. So I think, oh, that little girl over there. That's how she refers to me. And I'm like, lady, I'm the one paying all your bills. This little girl has been paying all your bills for years now. We were always giving Gloria money. I've always given her at least $1,200 a month. At least $300, because for a while we were just straight giving. We come over and we give her $1,200 early on. But then it started to be just, we would give her, $300 here, $300 here, $300 here. Because $1,200 all up front was way too much for her. We didn't realize that. So we would do it in smaller things. And when she would ask, which would be like every week, she needed $300. She would come out to $1,200. In New York, we couldn't even Zelle. Gloria didn't figure out how to set up the Zelle. She said her bank didn't have Zelle, which they did apparently do. So it made it super complicated. We would have to like wire transfer her money, which would take, it was a pain in the ass. And then later we found out she could Zelle. So we're like, Gloria, go into your bank and see if they can set up Zelle. Because we understood she couldn't set up. Like, and she kept like, they don't have Zelle with the US Bank. But they do. And so it was so frustrating because she'd be like, can you get here? So we're like, well, Gloria, we can do the Western Union but she didn't want to do the Western Union all the times. Or try to set up Zelle because that would be instant. Otherwise, it was like a 2-day delay sometimes on these wire transfer things. And it was such a pain in the ass when we were in New York. So we knew that like we couldn't stay in New York very long because Gloria was calling us constantly. And we were worried about it. So we had left our car here with Gloria, so we had left another car with Gloria when we went to New York. We left her with our Kia Soul. So Gloria had 3 cars when we were in New York, so we thought if her Mercedes broke, she could drive. Like, she drove it a couple times when our Mercedes did go in the shop. So yeah, we left Gloria with 3 cars when we went to New York City. And we told her she could sell the Kia. We said you could sell it if you want, but she didn't end up selling it. So when we got back, we used it, and it ended up dying. It was only a $3,000 car. We're like, you can sell it if you need money. But she's like, she couldn't figure anything out. We tried to help her with selling it, and she couldn't, so we just came back and I forget it. But we wanted to stay in New York, and it was getting really complicated with Gloria, like, just constantly needing us, and we weren't like around the corner. So when we lived in Vegas, we could always run out to Gloria's, and we did all the time. We went to Gloria's at least every week, to at least like, because she would we would see her pretty often, but she wouldn't let us in the house. So we would go over there, we'd give her money, or we'd bring Annette cigarettes or Diet Coke. She would call us and say, can you just go pick up cigarettes and Diet Coke? I don't have money for that. And so we would do that, and we'd bring it out to her, or we'd come out for any sort of Mother's Day, birthdays, holidays, but she never would let us in the house. She would meet us outside the house, and then we would either go somewhere else, like she'd be like, oh, we'll go somewhere, like we'd go, back in the day we used to go like to buffets with her at the casino. She loved the buffets at the casino when we used to eat bad food, but once we stopped eating that food, it made it harder. So, yeah, she wouldn't let us in the house anymore, and so finally we saw the house when we got back from New York. She wasn't home one day, and she had us come over, and then she wasn't there, and so we walked in, and we were like, oh dear, it was really bad. The house got so bad, it was horrific, so we were like, this is not good. But we still weren't going to move into Gloria's place, so people go like, oh, you moved in because you're homeless. Yeah, because that's what it took for us to ever even consider, and even after that, we left like 3 times. Because we were like, we'd rather be homeless or live in a hotel than we went to hotels rather than live in Gloria's place, but can't live in hotels for that long. And then we were like, Annette's suffering. So, forget it. So we went back, but it was horrific. Even Mark Weiner can testify. We went and lived with Mark Weiner for a couple weeks before going back to Gloria's. It was because this is before we fully started taking care of Annette, so it wasn't like now we wouldn't leave. But then Annette was still, Wacko was like assaulting me. Annette was assaulting me right then. So, but we still knew she needed us, even though she was like resisting us. Like we knew we couldn't just abandon her. So but it was really tough, especially because she kept assaulting me. Annette assaulted me so bad. She used to body check me into the cabinets and into the oven all the time. Because if I was ever cooking, she didn't like me cooking in Gloria's kitchen. That's why I'm staying out of Gloria's kitchen now. But early on, I tried to cook out there before we cooked in the bathroom. And if I was cooking, Annette would come in and body check me as hard as she could into the oven. And she's strong, and it hurt me a bunch of times. And I started to get away from her, and I'd be like, Richard, I can't go in the kitchen because Annette will come hurt me. And I never ever responded to her anyway. Like she would body check me and I would just walk away. And so it was a really good, she was testing what I would do because Gloria had been so abusive. So if she would go, Gloria got violent with her. So she kind of like tested me for several months. She was super violent with me. And I never ever, I wouldn't even say anything. I would just walk away and I would be like, Richard, can you go finish cooking? Because that body check me again. And so she saw that no matter what she did, I wasn't going to ever raise a finger at Annette or even yell at her. I don't even yell at Annette. I did one time, but later. I didn't record that. But I don't yell at Annette. I yell at Gloria sometimes. It's not very often. But I've never in any way disciplined Annette. You know, like I don't, I've never said she did anything wrong really, because it's more, Annette, it suffered from Gloria's lack of parenting. So anything that happened with Annette, even with her body checking me, was because she'd been raised in a violent family. You know what I mean? Now Annette would never do that to me. Because as she observed, and I actually brought in, people think I brought in the violence, I brought in the non-violence. The pancake thing was me saying, you have been violent all this time, and like you guys got mad at Gloria was super violent. You got mad at me tossing 2 pancakes, and I tossed them. I didn't even toss 2 flour pancakes at Gloria because I said that she had been abusing her children and neglecting Annette, and all she cared about was these pancakes. So she goes, "It's stupid thing. Gloria doesn't care about anything but weird stuff." And at that time, I was talking to her, and all she was caring about these stupid pancakes, hand me these pancakes, and I'm trying to have a conversation with her, and so that's why I got upset that day. But it was not in anger. I was just like, it was proving a point. Like all you care about is pancakes. But you guys call that violence where I want you guys to see what just happened 2 days ago. But it's scary to even post it because it's pretty violent. Gloria is violent, and I don't want her to get arrested. So I don't know if we should put proof of assault. I don't even know if YouTube would want that up there. So that's why we don't. Because like the pancakes were not assault. Gloria full on assaulted me. She numerous times was punching me like this. I was like, what are you doing, lady? And she was like in this rage where she would not stop hitting me. Like she just took all of her anger out like all these years, and I'm like, lady, what is going on? And she's kicking me, but she kept missing. So it wasn't hurting very much because she was missing hitting me because she was so mad. So she was like trying to box me, and I'm standing there, but she's missing me. I wasn't doing it. I was just standing there, but she was missing me because I wasn't even dodging. I'm just standing there. But she was so enraged that she couldn't even, direct hit. It was like she was swinging and missing. She made a couple times, but not that hard because she couldn't connect. Because she was just so mad. That's why I was like, look, I'm like, you're having like a breakdown here. What's going on here? I mean, it might have been a little bit of a release for her. So it's clearly it's rage at other people than me too. Because I'm like, Richard had been having an argument. I just came in the last second, and I said, why don't you just? You'll feel better if you just say that you gambled the money and that's why we're here. Acknowledge why we're here. He's frustrated because you're never acknowledging, what he's done for you in any way. You act like he's taking from you. She acts like Richard takes from her instead of that he has always contributed to her. And that was where the disconnect is coming. It's not that he wants to be like, you spent the money and so bad, but we don't care about the money. It's just the fact that it's the opposite. Instead of her acknowledging that we're helping, it's that she helped us and we partake in her money. Like y'all are saying. I was like, you guys, I can make more than Gloria makes in a month in a day. And it's just insulting that you guys think all the 4 of us are living on $2,000 a month. Oh, $2,900 a month. The 4 of us in a house that costs $2,200 just for the mortgage, and then we're living on $2,900. Okay, so we have $700 for everything else. That's insane. So your guys' logic of that, we're benefiting by living at Gloria's house. Her thing pays her mortgage barely, but her amount of bills are more. You say, now your mortgage, so that's a listen. Gloria's other bills are more than we've ever paid for all of our bills. So we're still paying more. You can never find me. Rich! Richard can't find a car when I park. Poor guy. He wanders all around. I've always watched for him. Richard is an absent-minded professor. He's the smartest guy that he's not good with directions. It's really funny. His brain don't work that way. So if I don't tell him, he just walk in circles. It's not a. Oh my god. His brain doesn't go.
Left her alone. She goes back to complaining about Gloria, so I thought I'd put that in there.
It's just like Albert Einstein got lost going home. It's very common with very smart people. Richard's brain is more techie, like things like directions. That is, or say, hey, oh, look at that! All that meat is fun.
Wait to see what I got for $34.
Look at that. Laser, love that.
This was on sale.
What's this? Oh, is this for you?
It's a steak.
You gonna have that?
Oh yeah, also on sale.
Oh, whoa, what is all this?
That is pot roast, also on sale.
Oh my god.
We could freeze one of those.
Wow,
A chuck
Gloria's gonna
roast.
love this. Okay, great. These are amazing. Richard gets the best.
Yeah, so sorry, took me a
Which
minute.
things are you keeping? So we
Just
can-
that. This is the ground beef.
All
And
this
then
is
we
for
can,
the... Okay, well, we can't give her all.
yeah, so freeze that,
I'll
whatever.
freeze it. Gloria, unfortunately,
It was
did not give her all of the meat.
You don't understand. This was half price.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to freeze them and give it to her each day.
So I had to get it.
She will literally make all of
Sundays they have great deals at
Nice.
Albertsons.
Oh, look at the greens we got.
Oh yeah, I found those.
He's gonna go nuts on that.
Look, they're not orange.
Oh, they're nice. He's gonna go nuts on that. He's really mad right now because he doesn't know why I didn't give him any this morning. So when he gets that, he feels really like vindicated. Oh, she understands.
So check it out, $34 you guys.
We're still using a credit card because we're still a little behind. We're not working.
Half price on everything. Pretty much, except for the carrots. Carrots are full price. But look at the savings on that pot roast. $13.29. We saved $13 on one pot roast. We saved another $8. I mean, it was just $11 right there.
I'm taking credit card back because I need it. I'm going to the other store.
It was just a great day. Look at that, $11.40. This pot roast cost $11.41. Savings was $11.41. It was half price. So when you see bargains like that on a Sunday, usually it's on a Sunday. On a Sunday, because we'll freeze this stuff. So again, all week we'll just kind of piece it out. No, and I want some of that pot roast. That's gonna be for me too.
Gloria does good when you cook.
She does
like
good
that,
pot
then-
roast.
Then you can eat it.
I'm gonna want some of that pot roast for
You're
sure.
gonna like that, but we're gonna have to. Why don't you give her pot roast first then? Let's have her make that. That'd be fun for her to do today.
Instead of well, I give them both probably the hamburgers because pot roast takes like hours.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, but then not the other two.
Or give her half the beef. Do we have any Ziploc bags? Give her half the beef. So
I know.
but if you give her all the beef, she'll cook it all at one time.
Oh,
It's
she
like,
ruins everything.
well, not that. It's just that we really just waste.
Joy doesn't know that a pot roast takes that long to cook. Joy knows nothing.
Trying to save pennies, and she will cook everything.
Yeah.
Gloria will cook everything that we buy in one day. She likes to cook like if she's cooking for an army. She doesn't like to cook small portions. She's mad if I buy her small portions.
Just so gosh darn mad.
She wants to cook for an army every time she cooks.
Well,
She's super
no, she wants to cook for who she has, but she wants to cook one meal for the whole week like that.
Yeah, she wants you to eat the leftovers of that meal for the entire
Right,
week.
but we're
Here's the thing, okay, you guys say, okay, you do that, but I'm sure you guys actually conceal the things nicely. Gloria doesn't ever put a valid container on something, so this is, I want you to eat something for a week that's been sitting in the fridge without a cover and getting all of the other food contaminants in your mouth. Do you know what food tastes like if it has all the other contaminants? It tastes really, really bad.
Hold on, keep talking. While you talk, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
No, go straight. Where are you going?
No, I need to.
Where are we going?
Well, I was gonna go that way because I was trying to go, but you said.
Oh, I want to show the red rocks. That's my thing. I love these kids. Go wherever you need to go. I know you're going. Oh, no, I thought we go this way. I thought we go this way. Ah, shucks. You can probably turn right here, but that'll go through.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It sure does. It actually goes right past the Summerlin Mall.
I took them all today to pick up
Which mall?
Meadows Mall.
Oh, man. We were just down that
I had a
way.
client send me 2 dresses to a store.
New
in the
dresses?
mall. New dresses from a client, but I have to pick them up
Oh.
at the mall.
That's going to look nice.
Yeah, 2 new dresses. You guys it? You guys it? So you guys are always think, oh, Joy's buying this. I never buy any stuff for myself.
Yeah, you get the Walmart.
Oh, except at Walmart, but that was, I haven't done that in a while. That's been a long time. That was like when we first got there. I got a couple of things for home, because we didn't have anything for work. But I have a client that sent me 2 dresses to a store in the mall, so I'm gonna go pick them up. They've been there for like 2 days. I haven't had a chance to go because it's not super close that mall. It's further away. So I gotta go later today. Look at the dresses. Oh, they're really cute. I know. Some photos. One's plaid. Super cute. It has like flowers on it. So I have to get for work. Updates. I guess I get pretty old. Because they're Walmart, so they don't really hold up. You wear them a couple times, they get pretty tattered.
Walmart makes good dresses, though.
But they don't hold up for long term.
Target used to make some really nice dresses.
Their stuff is too loose fitting now. They don't do like Target's all about like hobo, like hippie stuff where it's like super new.
You know, that's a good point.
But I like Target's character shirts. But then never their dresses.
Never the dresses.
9 years I used to many years ago to just Target. Then you know ones that are like really like loose fitting and stuff. And, like,
Football Pro just subscribed. We're watching football today, by the way.
Nice. We watching.
We're going to watch Cincinnati Bengals.
We're gonna make what they play.
I believe they're playing the Rams.
Okay.
Well, if the Bengals win, then the drawing is that they go to a drawing where I have a bunch of tickets.
Man, I can't believe the Niners are doing so good this year. I'm
Oh,
so
my
happy
Niners
about it at the same
killing
time.
it.
Because listen, I'm happy because that's my team.
But you love the Raiders. No, you hate
No,
the Raiders.
I love the Raiders, which is a total conflict. I didn't like the Raiders until I moved to Vegas, which is total conflict because that's like those are the enemies. Raiders and Niners is conflict for me. But no, why I'm upset is I don't watch much football anymore. So for them to finally be doing good, and I barely watch it, but I did watch them, and I like their quarterback. He's good. I don't even what's the name yet. I forgot. I have not watched the 49ers.
We just watched the Thursday night
football.
football.
I have not watched the 49ers since like
Panama.
Panama thing.
Oh, God.
2012.
Was that fun?
They almost made it to the Super Bowl, right? Remember we watched, I think they played the Rams. It lost.
They might have made it to the
I
Super
bet on
Bowl. I
the
think
game
they
for
might have
Panama, and we were at the Benito. There was this place called
Oh,
Benito that
God,
went out of
those
business,
days.
which was similar to the Venetian at the time. It was a really high-end, really nice casino.
A little seedy, though.
A little seedy, but like, I felt like
God,
it was
international
it was really
You
cool.
guys don't know what
It
international
was
casinos.
so freaking
Joy,
cool.
you don't know what international casinos are like. You guys sometimes we've shown it a lot here, but in other countries it's like these things are centuries old. Like Panama is from the 1500s. Okay, so that means the casinos have been there since the pirate days.
And they had rooftop pools. We would go to the rooftop pool. We didn't even stay at that hotel, but they were really lenient on that. We would just go to the rooftop pool. They had no like.
Oh, the rooftop pools were
yeah,
best.
it was basically like most like in Vegas.
I wish we would've known to
like,
take more photos.
No, you didn't even stay at the hotel. You could just go to the pool if you knew about it. Like they just were.
One rooftop pool, man, it was pretty green. Remember that one we stayed at?
Oh, that was at Hotel Caribe.
We swam in it anyways.
Yeah, it was so green.
It was good.
We almost all rooftop pools at all the hotels in Panama. It's so amazing. But a lot of them are not very clean. but Yeah, Benito was amazing, and I remember betting on that 49ers game at their casino sportsbook in 2012. Or no, it must have been 2013. 2013 is when they would have been going to the Super Bowl. Well, no, it would have been 2012 because then they go in February. Yeah, it would have been January. So it would have been January.
Something like that.
So whatever, it was right before the Super Bowl, and I think they lost to the Rams or something. If I remember, it was 2012, 2013, whatever. And I missed that place. So when we went back to Panama in 2020, Benito had gone out of business.
Yeah.
And we were really sad about that because it was a really cool place.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, the
you know
whole
what?
area where it was would like.
It could be joy. It could be back in business, but no.
Yeah, because it was the coolest area. Like that casino.
They followed me
the
on
entire
Twitter.
area amazing, and there was other casinos there too. But then, like, I think they lost. Like, they had 10 casinos. And I think they lost 7 of their 10 casinos or something. Not just from the pandemic, but right before the pandemic, their government had raised the taxes on their casinos, so they lost several casinos, and then they lost several more during the pandemic. So they only had like 3 casinos still surviving or something. And I don't know now. Maybe they changed.
Yeah.
But what happened is when those casinos went out of business, the entire area.
Well, tell them what happened with the you talk so fast. You got to slow down. I mean, most of these people are over 60 years old.
We have a lot of over 60-year-olds.
I'm almost there myself. So listen, if you can just slow it down. Now you said like something about the taxes.
Oh, Panama is really stupid as a country. Like, they stupidly will raise taxes on their people to where their businesses go out of business. Like, they thought they would raise taxes on all their casinos. And like, their government's very greedy. It doesn't look out for the people. So America's much better for working out. Their government's very bad about, like, their government's wealthy.
It's like a dictatorship.
Yeah, the rest of the country is poor. So what they did is they thought they could gouge the casinos, but they made them go out of business. So it was really stupid. They made almost all their casinos go out of business by raising the tax. They thought that it was not going to be too much. And the casinos probably told them it was too much, and they didn't listen. And once they raised the taxes, like, almost all their casinos went out of business. So they killed their economy by being greedy to try to raise the taxes.
Exactly.
But they do dumb things like that in our country. And you know what I just heard the other day? That Panama and one other country, I forget the other country, is the most lenient banking systems. And we did notice that there's so many banks in Panama, but a lot of the banks only have like 5 customers. These are like money laundering banks that their customers have so much money that they just have like 5 elite customers. And guess what? Trump got in trouble for money laundering in Panama. When we lived there, he used to have a building, and they actually got shut down for money laundering. But it's very common in Panama to money laundering. They just make these banks. They create a bank for like 5 clients, and they launder all the money to Panama because their banking system is very lenient. It's there's one other country that they're the most lenient than every other one, but other countries are much stricter with banking.
They have rules.
Yeah, rules. But in Panama, you can just
no rules.
No rules. So what happens is there's so much money laundering that occurs. Actually, Trump, they closed his business due to money laundering in Panama. Like, that was the reason. That's not what I'm saying. They literally closed.
Yeah, what a weird place that was.
Yeah, we got kicked out of there for using their pool. See, in Panama, they never had any sort of like security of their pool. But
don't tell me we got kicked out of the pool.
No, I'll tell you. Listen,
So
you could
that.
No, I don't listen. This is funny. Yeah, whatever. I'll explain. They never would have anyone checking. So if you could go to a pool, but if someone complained, they'd come and say, "Are you a hotel resident here?" Or So what happened is me and Richard were there. We'd gone many times, no problem. Till this one time, these people I remember had this Amazon Kindle, and they were not fond of me and Richard bringing our outside food. We brought our outside food
from a
street vendor. We were eating like this soup, this Mexican soup and stuff, and we were talking loud because we were also drinking. So they complained about us because they knew we could not have lived in this building because it was like uppity people, and they were like, "I don't think these 2 are supposed to be here." So of course they came and said, "Are you guys staying at the hotel?" And we were like, "No, are we supposed to be?" We said, "Are we supposed to be? The pool's not open for everybody." They said, "No, this isn't a public pool."
We didn't know.
No, we didn't. Oh, our bad. Sorry about that.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
We knew.
Oh, we did?
We knew.
Well,
of course we knew.
Sorry, I'm selling my character.
No, of course you know if you're not staying there, technically you're not supposed to be in the pool, but it didn't say you couldn't be there.
No, I thought you could just come in.
So
there's no signs. There's no signs.
There's no guard. There's no gate. You just walk right up to the pool.
Just walk right up.
You walk right up from the outside. You walk right up to the pool.
Grab
There's a pool
ourselves.
that went to the ocean. You know, one of those ones that
They
falls
probably
into
were
the
mad
ocean.
that we brought in our own
No,
food.
but you guys know those ones where it's these beautiful pools that fall into the ocean, so they go. Like,
Oh, infinity pool.
Infinity pool.
Oh, we have
It was so nice. It was so nice, and we brought in our outside food.
But you guys, I guess the best picture of the infinity pool.
Yeah, Trump Tower in Panama doesn't exist anymore because money laundering is not Trump Tower anymore. But look it up, guys. It looks like a big pussy.
It's a JW.
It's supposed to be a sail.
It's a JW Marriott.
Looks like a vagina.
Yeah, that's a proper term for that.
And most buildings have phallic symbols like cocks, but this one looks like a vagina. And so
No,
they
Cox
said it's a
Cable,
sail.
not Cox Cable.
Yeah, they said it's a sail, but I don't see how it's a sail. No way a sail. But anyways, yeah, we went in there, went to their infinity pool several times until that last time. Then we decided to bring food. I guess the problem was there was a vendor right outside.
Oh, so good.
And they were selling this amazing. It was like the rice and beans and the soup.
What we've always been looking
so
for.
Wonderful. It was so good. We're like, oh, this is phenomenal.
let's
Right
go.
in front of Trump's
Let's
building.
enjoy that at the
We're like,
pool.
let's enjoy it at the pool. Apparently that really irritated. It wasn't even the people watching. It was.
I saw the host.
Those 2 fuckers with their Amazon Kindle. They literally got up, and then next thing we know,
He might have worked for the building. He might have been like a manager.
he was an asshole.
No, he
They
literally
were so
worked for
offended
the
by us. They kept glaring at us, and then next thing he leaves, comes back, and then next the manager comes. Are you guys? Do you live here or staying as hotel guests? No, are we supposed to be? Like,
I didn't know.
Richard, something you know. We played dumb, and it's expected.
Rich is loving this Joy content. All he has to do is point the camera and shoot, and Joy just goes on and on and on. And he knows what she looks like, and he knows what she's going to feel like. He doesn't care. I bet Joy's regretting this all right now. I bet she feels like absolute garbage.
So we were able to really play dumb because they were talking to us in Spanish.
I had no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I had no idea.
Dumb. It was really funny.
Man, good thing I had short hair back then.
Yeah, we got away with a lot in Panama. Yeah, not in 2020. They were much stricter with the COVID. Oh
why?
gosh, you couldn't even go past 6 p.m.
COVID,
What?
nobody was out past 6 p.m. They had roadblocks. It was like wartime. It was really
insane.
scary.
I came from an Uber from the airport because I had to go to Vegas twice, so I came twice back and both times we got stopped because the Uber was past 6 p.m. Like, you had to have, and he had to prove to the police that I was coming from the airport. He had to show on his Uber app that I came from the airport and everything. It was a big deal. And they're all talking in Spanish. I'm not, because like you could get arrested if you were in even.
Well, they throw you in jail.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Panamanian jail is not where you want to go. No. Okay, well, you got your mic?
Am I not on a mic on this entire time?
I don't know. Where is your mic? Oh shit! Did you lose it?
Oh. I have been talking this entire time and it's been back there. Have they not heard anything I've been saying?
No, not a word. You guys haven't heard a word, have you? She's been like blah blah blah. Good. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a synopsis. Basically, Gloria.
They have not heard a thing.
Gloria.
Oh my God! Maybe they could hear from some of the microphones around.
Maybe.
Oh shoot!
Maybe.
That'll be a good blog.
Maybe I'll have to go back. Oh wait, what is this person? Where is this person going? What happened to her? I gotta find this story out. Where do you think the person's going? Like, she's got on, is that a wedding dress or something? Kinda. And then she's got soccer shoes on. So where is she? I don't know, man. Where was she going? That should be a new title of the segment. Where are you going? Where are you going dressed like that? Because we get that stuff all the time in Vegas. You get people like just wearing like this random stuff. I don't know if you guys saw some of the outfits I was pointing out last night or this morning. Not this morning, but the morning before on the previous stream where we were down at the Cosmo. Just down in front of the Bellagio, there's a public sidewalk there where people walk around. And it's like, it was around 4:30 in the morning. And around that time, what happens is people are kind of like either coming or going. So you have some people who are like waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So they're like going out and getting their coffee. And you have other people that are coming in. It's just kind of, it's kind of a mishmash of people. So how are you guys doing today? You guys hanging in there? Everybody doing good? Man, I am stoked on what I got at the store today. You would not believe the good deals I got. I got, literally half price on some pot roast. Albertsons, you guys. If you're in Vegas, Albertsons, go to Albertsons. They've got manager specials on all their beef. Again, you got to be the early bird because, they only had a couple of them. But
I'm kind of confused what Joy's doing during this. Like, did she leave the car? I can't figure it out.
I left at least 6. I didn't take all of them. But I took quite a few. You guys all having a good morning? Can you tell me why you haven't been to church yet? Is there a reason why you're here and you're not in church? I'm just curious. Because today is a church day, so if you're here, that means you're not in church. I mean, not unless they're streaming this thing on the church. Like, here's what you don't want to be like. Yeah, we found this lost soul in Las Vegas, and we want. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are all having a great day. I'm having a good day myself. Although we're hungry. I don't know if you figured that out yet. But the state of being hungry is not necessarily a bad thing. One of the things that like Steve Jobs always said is that he said, "Stay hungry, stay hungry." That was one of his big things. Is the sound coming through okay? Can you guys hear Joy okay? Or is he... Man, there's a pink box donut right over there. It looks super good. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I might need a trim, but I'm kind of liking growing it out. It's just been... It's like I used the longest one I have on the trimmers, and it cut it too short, I thought. Because what happens is if it's too short, the curls start to go into the skin and it kind of hurts. So I like to grow out a little longer. That's why I'm always doing this. Trying to straighten them out. Yay! Breakfast time! Yeah! Almost time for breakfast. Let's do this. I just figured out how to change the camera angle. That's good.
I don't know how long they couldn't hear me. It's insane.
Yeah.
Crazy. I had it on my jacket. I was talking the whole time. I don't know if they heard anything I said.
What were you talking about?
I don't even know everything and anything.
Can we repeat it?
Well, I don't remember what I said. We've been talking for like an hour.
Well, but
I can't believe this.
let's step back. What was the last?
Okay, so Joy did leave the car, and I don't know what she did, but Rich is being annoying, as always.
This thing you remember.
Talking about Benito in Panama. I don't
Okay.
know if they heard any of
Okay,
that.
guys, we need to figure this out. What was the last thing that Joy remembers hearing? What's the last thing that she remembers hearing that you guys heard?
I just can't believe so many people in the room with me not being heard. They're just saying, I thought there'd be less. They might be a clue if it went down to 0. They'd be like, where'd everyone go?
I was wondering why the numbers went down like 40 people.
I know, it did go down for a minute, but I was like, oh, I'm probably just boring.
Well,
You know,
that happens
that's
all the
I
time.
figure I'm
It's
just
not
boring. You know,
unusual.
I don't think anything of it. But if it had gone to 0, I would have been like, wait, maybe something happened here.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
they
would
couldn't
maybe
hear
clued
what
into
you were
that one.
saying.
Oh, wonderful.
Blah,
That's
blah,
all right.
blah. You're like,
Blah, 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 wah, 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 wah.
I'm just finally doing my hair this morning.
That's
I'm
what
excited
you
for a bath.
That's the entire ride. I didn't have it, Richard.
The entire
I
ride?
took off my jacket when we got in the car.
You're kidding.
And my microphone was on the jacket.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
I gotta get my hair going. It's like
So I don't know what they heard.
the thing about living out here in the Wild West in Las Vegas is like just simple little jaunts to the store like we did this morning. The little run we
So
all did.
tiring.
It's like the dry air. We got the windows down, so we're not air conditioned. So it's nice. Yeah, turn them off. And it's so nice out. And it's something about like the dry air in the mountains. It's like it really is like the Wild West. It feels like it is. I think it's because we're at 2,500 feet. Is one of the things.
Here, I need to check. Can you check the? I need to remember. We have to do 2 more stuff. I need to check the balance of that card because I was nervous. I didn't know how much on it because I need to get in it. So.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
No. I need to check the balance because it's probably gone. I didn't even know if I had enough, so I spent 20 cash because I didn't want it.
Oh, geez, yeah. No, don't spend any more of that. We need all that. Do not spend another dime of that. Do not spend another dime of that. I say use the Capital One card because there's plenty of room there. Do not do that.
Okay, so they do have money. They have plenty of money, but they are returning something to buy Casper Carrot Tops. I almost called him my dog's name. That's weird. That's suspicious.
Well, no, but I need to buy cigarettes. So is there still? That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, there's plenty there for that. There's plenty for whatever you need. The gold, yeah. We have to manage our finances really tight, you guys.
Yeah.
It's
Bills
very-
paid and food. And you're like, no, it's fine. Well, we didn't do that for a while, but that didn't go so well. It just made me grumpy and irritable, and then I'm not as productive. So it's our medicine. So we went back to smoking weed, but I'm getting back to work, so it'll eventually get caught up. We weren't smoking weed until I went back to work. But I need it to go to work because it puts us in a much better mood to deal with life.
Hold on.
What's going on?
I gotta log in. You want me to check it, right?
Well, because you just used it, and then I used it, and now I use it for cigarettes, so I'm like, I don't know how much stuff on there. So Annette, unfortunately, didn't want to quit. She was all high hopes. The poor thing was like withdrawn and then sick, and just, I was like, Annette, do you need cigarettes? She's like, oh, that'd be great. I was like, all right.
So yeah, you just couldn't have her stuff on.
Yeah, because she didn't want to quit.
Do you have the card?
Yeah, she didn't want to quit because she wanted to quit. She wanted to quit because she didn't want to be a burden, and that's not what we wanted her to.
This is pretty cool. So it's gonna verify I'm logging in, but it uses somehow it uses. Should I place your card in front of the phone like that? Okay. Let's do it.
There you go. I can't believe I didn't have my microphone the whole time. That's just ridiculous. Oh well. It's not like I was saying anything important. It's just what I say and hear nothing. Not like I care. You guys heard what I say. It's more just anyone hearing nothing.
You got $35. You got $35 left.
Okay, see, it would have been okay. That would
Yeah,
really
it's tight.
be-
Yeah, but that's all we need. All we need is $25. So.
But so I would have been short.
But if
I
you spent, yeah, good call. If you spent that 20, you're right. You need to.
I knew I was going to be short. Okay, I'm going to deposit this money.
Oh, thanks,
and then-
baby.
Let me have the card back.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need this too.
Yeah, thanks. BB's always watching out. She said, don't let them see the card numbers.
Yeah. Where's that card?
I just gave it to you.
No, you didn't give me the card. No, you gave me the phone. It's right here, so you didn't give me the card.
Oh. Oh, is that what you're talking about there, Steve? I know you can see it there.
Yeah, there's no credit left, really, so good luck with that anyways.
Yeah,
I'm about
what-
to use it for the last bit of credit.
Thank you for letting us know that. You're always watching out for us. You're always looking out for us, you guys. We really appreciate it. Yeah, pretty sneaky people out there doing all sorts of crazy things. Thanks for the heads up, BB. Oh, man. Now we are ready for breakfast.
Have you guys had breakfast yet? Yeah, we're gonna have beef burgers. I've got a steak. I'm having a steak for breakfast. That's what I'm having. Steak. I'm not having eggs today. I've been cutting back on the eggs. If you eat too many eggs, I found. Well, we don't get the organic eggs because it's too expensive. So we just have the regular eggs. So I end up eating the regular eggs. And honestly, conventional eggs will make you a little chubby if you eat those on this diet. Okay, let's hope Joy's not having any issues over there. Joy! Here she goes.
Here you go.
Okay, great, thank you.
And,
So $25 spare.
I never, let me see. Let me see what's going on this one. Hold on, let me see. 5 seconds, we're good.
You should be good there.
Oh, wrong one. I got this there.
Thanks, guys.
That
Thanks
would
for
be a
all
quick
watching
thing.
us.
It took forever.
Okay.
Okay, now I need last stop. As much as we wanted her to quit, she was going to torture herself. Annette does not mind torturing herself. The poor thing, like she will. We've witnessed that before. Where we tried to take cigarettes away from her before, and she'll just torture herself. Like she'll just be like, oh, I don't need them, and then just like withdraw and be tortured. And it was like, so I can't, you know, like because we did it when she, not to try to, it was when she wasn't eating. We tried to get her. We say you can't have cigarettes unless you eat, and then she just wouldn't. She's like, fine, I'll quit. And then she kind of did the same thing again. This was because she thought she didn't want our help, like kind of thing. So that's why she was saying. So once we're like, Annette, don't mind getting a cigarette. You don't have to quit
Be a martyr.
to be a martyr, like to like not like burden us in any way, kind of thing. I'm not gonna make her suffer because she doesn't. I'm like, you're
She's
not,
so happy now.
Yeah, so she's so happy. So that's why we didn't let her just full quit, because as great as it would have been,
punishment.
it would have been punishment for her, and especially everything that happened with Gloria. I don't think now's the time. Can you please stay in your lane? That would be great. Do you see that?
Yeah.
With everything.
I'm glad you guys figured that out because Annette doesn't deserve to be put in between Gloria and Joy's fights. She doesn't deserve to be upset or have to worry about that, and you guys should really be ashamed of yourselves for putting her through that.
Happened with Gloria, I don't think she needed to not have her cigarettes the day after, the 2 days after the whole incident, because it was very insane, you know, so it upset everybody in the house. So it's not the time that she needed to like
Gave everyone a lot of upsetness.
yeah, and except for Gloria, it was fine, but everyone else was upset. But Gloria's like dancing around like nothing after she assaults people, and the rest of us are like, what the hell? But so if we took the cigarettes from her, then it's a harsh time for her to like she uses them for comfort. Like she like she when she gets anxiety, she likes to, and she doesn't inhale that much, so they're not as harmful as you would think. 'Cause she's not really absorbing it, but it's like an anxiety thing for her. You know, she's light up, sit her and just kind of sit there. And so right now, I don't think after everything that happened that it was the best time to be like, oh yeah, we'll just have you quit and suffer right now. So I know we could have got our patches, but still, that's still kind of suffering for her when she's just a cigarette. You know what I mean? So. We were like, you know what? Because I asked her again. I said, do you want to quit? Or she said, oh, do you have cigarettes? I said, well, I don't. I gave some. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. I was like, okay, so you don't have to quit if you don't want to. I mean, she didn't want to quit. She was just trying to be stubborn. Well, we don't want her to quit out of stubbornness, even though that would be great that she quit. You get what I'm saying? It's like, Annette is willing to suffer to prove her point, and that's not what we wanted her to do. So we're like, you don't have to prove a point. It's fine. You can have cigarettes. But that's the only reason why she was saying why she wanted to quit. If she validly wanted to quit, we would have supported her on that. But this was not the reason. You know what I mean? It was like she felt like she was burning us. We don't want her to ever feel like a burden. So I wouldn't want her to feel like, oh, cigarettes are too much. That's no. So we have to let her know it's fine for her to have cigarettes. So we had to kind of. But maybe in the future, maybe she will want to quit.
Maybe.
Because she is smoking a little bit less. Besides when Gloria got all those ones, but prior to that, she was smoking a lot less. And she is done pretty good with. She's not even fully out of the cigarette shot that we got her, but she's gonna be soon. So I want to make sure we don't like her to ever really run out because that gives her anxiety. It's just an anxiety thing for her. It's not even that she necessarily get the nicotine as much. She's just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah, it's bad anxiety.
Yeah, it's for her anxiety, and so we don't want to take
It
away.
helps her relax a little bit.
We don't want to take that away from her, especially after she got upset with her mom.
Want me to go in or are you going in?
Oh, is it going?
Yeah.
You gotta take
You
this
stay here.
card
Yeah.
that we just had.
Great.
Just swing that around. Your credit card's gonna be full now. That was the only card that had any money. It's full now. But I just worked, but that money is paying a bill. So you know, I can't weed. Well, weed helps us function. We can go without weed, but we're just in really bad moods, and it's a lot more stressful around the house. So if we have our weed, that's like medicine for me, Rich, and then we're calmer. We can handle situations better. And so it kind of makes us more productive. Because when I'm stressed, I just want to sleep and I don't want to get things done. So if I relieve my anxiety, I'm much more productive. So it kind of pays for itself now that I'm working. But when I wasn't working, it wasn't going to pay for itself. But now that I'm working, it makes sense because I'm able to, it helps me with work because I have really high anxiety, really high OCD. People don't think I do, but weed really helps with that. So, especially living in this disgusting house is so much for me sometimes. Without the weed. You're like, oh, I clean all day long and then we're doing stuff. And now that I'm working, it's like, I barely have time for anything. I need to go get people's dress that we're doing. You guys see what we're doing. We're doing stuff all day, so I clean as I can. But getting thorough washing the walls just doesn't happen that often. I mean, I do the floors a million times a day with the little vacuum thing. Not mopping. I hate mopping. I don't like mopping because I don't feel like it ever gets that clean. I like Swiffer things where it's like, I need to get one. We haven't afforded one. But the one where you just spray it and, and then you throw out the little wipe things. That I like, but a mop? It grosses me out. It's just dirty. Gloria's mop's so dirty. I hate that. And you're sloshing around a dirty thing on the floor. It seems just gross to me. I don't like mops. But other ones, if you can throw them out, but that's too expensive. We can't afford all those little things right now. I used to always have those where you put this Swiffer, you put the little wipe on it and you throw it out. I like that for floors. Much more sanitary. So I sometimes get on my hands and knees, but that's why it doesn't happen often because I will not use a mop. Gross. I hate even the mop. What do you do with it afterwards? Gloria puts it outside. You stay outside forever, which is good because in the sun, but still, mops are gross. Oh, sponges too. My sponges, I can wash my sponges. You probably wash some mops these days. Probably get one you can wash. That'd be better. Gloria's you can't wash. I don't like it. Here he is. I can't believe she got her the wrong ones. Gloria is the one that's been getting Annette cigarettes for years before we moved in. All these years, she got her the blue ones, and then she went and got the red. I'm like, I know she's starting to lose them, but it's just weird that you'd be like, when you get in there, you kind of be like, this seems wrong. Like, you just like the color alone because you'd be like, for years we see the blue. I was talking about how weird it was that Gloria got the red because even though her brain is going, the fact for years she's been getting the blue.
Well, yeah,
I think it was kind of weird to be in there and be like,
never really remembers that.
Yeah, she remembers shit.
She never really
Yeah. I mean, it's just things like that. I notice details. So if I for 11 years was buying a blue pack and then I went one day to buy another pack and it was red, I would just think my brain would be like, this seems different. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that's not how our brain works. That's why it's
Joy, if you're gonna live like that, why don't you just get up and clean? It's that nasty. You're gonna be living there, you say, forever. Why not start with one room at a time and try fixing it? I don't think you guys want to fix anything, do you?
I don't understand how our brain works.
Okay, we got our morning errands done. Yeah!
Finally, it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, you guys.
See, this stuff takes forever.
This is the sort of stuff because, we want to get the best deals. We also shop very, very carefully.
Mm-hmm. Same with weed. We buy the cheapest weed. We can get,
every
best
good deal.
deals. The only thing cheaper would probably be black market weed. That sucks, anyways.
Not really. I don't even know if it's cheaper.
I don't even know if it's cheaper, but it's not good. People go, oh, dispensary weed is expensive, but it's good. That's the problem. You buy it not from the dispensary, you're getting really crappy weed for the most part. Maybe if you know someone, but we don't. So
you gotta have a connection.
Yeah.
Well, you know Chico.
He has horrible weed.
I thought it was pretty good.
No.
It's very strong.
This is what the guy would say. I'd say, Chico. He went by Chico. I said, what kind of weed do you have? He said, oh, I got what you want, Joy. I got a super strong indica. I'm like, okay, that'll work. Hey, Chico, what kind of weed you got? Oh, Joy, I got the best for you. I got something new. I got a super strong indica. I said, okay, Chico, what kind of weed you got today? Every time, Joy, I got the best for you today. The best. I got a super strong indica. I was like, what time? I was like, Chico, do you ever have anything but indica? He's like, no. I was like, why do you tell me every time?
Good one.
I was like, one time I was like, can we get sativa? I was like, oh no, I don't get sativa. I was like, oh. Well, then why do you tell me every time it's the same thing? I mean, I don't even know why we're having this discussion.
It's funny story.
Because I would ask him, and finally I realized, oh, he only sells
Chico.
But every time it would act like it was going to be some new thing. Oh yeah, Joe, I got the best for you today. It's a super strong indica. Which I do love indica, so it worked out. But Richard likes sativa, so he kept going, see if he's got any sativa every time.
I'm just the soul whose intentions are good.
So that was the guy who one time, this is so funny, years ago, we were buying, now we only buy from the Spencer's. Many years ago, we lived in Vegas. His dad, this kid and his dad, they had a pretty good business going. They got people driving for them and everything. But one time, we bought from them, so we buy big quantities because it was cheaper that way. So one time, we bought a half pound, and his dad was dropping it off, and his dad was like, I don't really feel like taking this out of the bag, so you can have this whole pound of weed. His dad, Chico's dad, gave me a pound of weed for the price of a half pound because he didn't feel like taking it out of the bag. And I was like, Are you insane? This is amazing. But their weed was not very good. That's the problem. It was okay. It was okay. But we know he still messages me all the time. But I'm like, I don't want a very strong indica and only a very strong indica over and over.
I keep forgetting Rich can end it at any moment. They've been on so long, and he knows Joy's just spiraling and spiraling. And he's just leaving it. He does not care about that woman. Not at all. Alright guys, that's the end of this one, and thank you so much for hanging out, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!